Can anybody hear me out there? Can anybody hear me out there? What's up, what's up, what's up? We've got already quite a few people in here. Look at this map. Look at this map in front of me right now. What we're doing during this live stream is we are tracking a huge, possibly historic winter storm moving through the south and then into the southeast and the Ohio Valley, the Northeast, the Great Lakes. I mean, pretty much everywhere. This is one of the most insane images I've ever seen during my career of doing, weather stuff. This is almost the most incredible spread of warnings and advisories I have ever seen. Okay, so we've got winter storm warnings for the entire state of Texas, the entire state of Oklahoma, the entire state of Arkansas, almost the entire state of Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, the entire state of Ohio. Need I say more? This is something, if you haven't yet, you need to save this image because, like I said, this is something you will probably never see again in your life. I could be wrong. I think the last time we saw anything even close to this was 2011, but I do believe we have a much bigger swath of warnings here, and they do go much further south. There's the classic red pin for you there. How's it going, chat? I see you. I've got the chat pulled up right here, and I believe you guys can see it here too. Maybe not. No chat box. I can't get that to work. Daggone it. Anyways, how's it going, Zachary Hutchinson? How's it going, Ryan Trout? How's it going, Joseph JC? How's it going, Peter? How's it going, Matt Delix? How's it going, Jay So Lit? We've got a member in the house. Guys, if you see the people with the lightning bolts next to their name, those are members, official members of the channel. So welcome the members here. They also have access to use very specific and special emotes in the chat. Okay, you see Arilan there. He just put a bunch of the emotes in the chat. So hello, everybody. Once again, we are doing some in-depth coverage today of this major winter storm. And look at those watches and warnings. And let's just get right into the coverage here. We've got 828 viewers right now. Our goal is to get over 1,000, okay? If we get over 1,000, we're going to do a special giveaway. It's perfect for weather nerds. I promise you, you're going to love it. And then if you want to help us get there, make sure you share the stream everywhere, okay? Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on that TikTok or something, all right? Share it everywhere you daggone can. All right, bulls? All right, let's start talking about what's going on right now, okay? This is WSV3. This is the program I use to monitor the radar. We've got a lot going on right now. We've got our first area of heavy precipitation breaking out across central and eastern Texas, moving into central and eastern Oklahoma. As you can see, we've got pretty heavy banding going on around Abilene, Texas, or along I-20 in Texas, all the way down to San Angelo. That's moving straight into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Dallas-Fort Worth, we were concerned about how much snow you guys were going to get in the beginning because we didn't know exactly where these bands were going to set up. We thought that maybe initially these bands would set up right here and go directly north, but what's happening is I do believe they're going to eventually come over Dallas, and I think you're in Snowtown. I really do. I think you are in Snowtown, baby. So we'll keep an eye on that. But watch here. This is what's really interesting. All these heavier areas of isolated precipitation down here in southern Texas, this is what's going to build our next large band of heavy precipitation. This is going to be the second punch of that 1-2 punch from our major winter storm, and this is going to bring some heavy snow as we move on into northeast Texas and Louisiana, Arkansas, into Mississippi, up into Tennessee and stuff like that. So as you can see, we're already seeing some of that frozen precipitation as far east as into Alabama. We've got freezing rain near Louisville, Mississippi, and then snow, just plain out snow all the way up through the I-22 corridor in Mississippi. We got heavy snow showers moving through Little Rock. These little pops of snow right here in Arkansas. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe an isolated incident of maybe some thunder sleet or some thunder snow. There's not a very good chance of that happening, but it could absolutely absolutely happen as we see these heavier little bouts of snow move through into the area. And as you can see, it's starting to move all the way as far north as into St. Louis. A big old area of solid precipitation is going to form here and continue northeast as we go into the overnight hours, okay? So let's now take a look at Twitter. Twitter is a very important aspect of these live streams, guys. If this is the first live stream you've ever watched with me, Twitter is something that we can all interact with. And if you want to follow me on Twitter right now, at Ryan Hall, y'all, you can send me pictures. If you live in Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, any of these places, send me a picture of what's going on in your area, and I will share it live here on the stream so everybody can see what's going on, all right? Right now, we don't have any reports because we just started, but we've got a lot going on all the way down through here. Look, this was in South Haven, Mississippi, in the Memphis metro earlier from Alex. Thank you, Alex, from this. As you can see, it was already starting to snow down there. We did it. We hit the 1,000 mark. We've got 1,000 viewers. All right, that locks it in. We're going to be doing our giveaway here in a second. First, I want to get through the rest of this winter weather breakdown for you, okay? We're over 1,000. All right. Heck yeah. Is Nightbot just banning everybody in the chat? Do we need to tweak that? How's it going, One-Eyed Hillbilly Productions? Another member here. All right, we'll fix Nightbot if he's getting out of control. But yeah, we've got over 1,000 viewers now, which means we are going to do our giveaway. But let's keep sharing it, guys. Let's keep getting more people in here. We're just getting started, and this storm is just getting started. We are getting ready to see a lot of cool stuff start to happen as this storm starts to grow and go southeast. When that big area of low pressure meets our boundary and that Gulf moisture really starts to interact with it, we're going to see these snow showers and heavy snow bands really start to blow up, and we'll be able to track them as they go north and east towards your backyard. Alex sent us some more photos here. Look at here, Snowtown, baby, in Northwest Mississippi. The incredible thing about these pictures and what's going on in Northwest Mississippi is, Alex, this may not be, this is just the appetizer, right? There may be a lot more coming to you here, because if we check out the models, which we can do that just like this, we'll watch the progression of this storm as we go forward into the future here, okay? So let's do that right now. Hold on one second. Nightbot being naughty. Hold on, let me try to disable some things right here. And protection, excess symbols. Pretty much everything about Nightbot should be disabled right now except for links. See that, yeah. So spam protection, as long as you're not putting links in, we should be good. Alex J. Wall, thank you for the super chat. James Frazier, what's up, man? All right, let's get back into looking at the models here. Okay, so this is the HRRR model. It is our most high resolution model that we can possibly look at. This is kind of going to act like a, what do you call it? A simulated radar. This is what the radar should look like as we go into the future. And I don't have the time up here, but I'll read it out to you. This starts out around 6 p.m. right now. This is what the radar is looking like right now, right? We've got that heavy band of precipitation right here in central Texas and central Oklahoma. We've got those scattered areas of precip moving through Arkansas, Mississippi, and those heavier areas of mixed precipitation in Mississippi here. Now watch, let's put this into motion, okay? This is what we're gonna be looking at as we go into the future tonight. So if you live over here in any of these areas, pay close attention, all right? This is the HRRR. This is what it thinks is going to happen. Watch, massive, rapid increase of precipitation as we go even just 1 hour in the future. 7 p.m., these storms, these showers are getting heavier. And then all this area of precipitation is getting heavier here too in southeast Texas. And then as we push it forward 1 more hour, it's snowing heavily in Dallas. And then if we push it forward a little bit more, it's still snowing heavily. And then watch as this is 12 a.m. tonight, midnight tonight, as all this energy gets smashed against our border here, all right? What's going to happen is a new precipitation shield is going to form here, and it's going to be intense. If you are near this boundary where this freezing rain line and snow line is, you are going to be in Snowtown, baby. There is no doubt about it. You are definitely going to be in Snowtown, baby. All right. So check this out. I'm going to put it into motion a little bit more. This is going all the way into Eastern Texas now. Houston, Texas, you're very, very close. But it looks like this is going to be a mainly freezing rain event for you. But watch, look, we've got that little bit of sleet and mixing precipitation moving in possibly around 3 a.m. And then we've got an incredibly heavy snow shield here in Eastern Texas. And then watch, it's going to get even more intense as we push it even further east. Maybe a little bit of that snow reaching all the way down to Houston now, maybe at 5 a.m. It's going to be brief. Okay, but there is possibly snow here in Houston. Heavy snow too at 5 a.m. this morning. And then watch, look how heavy it is in Louisiana. Look how heavy it is as it moves into Mississippi. This is going to be some of the heaviest snow you've ever seen. If you live in northwestern Mississippi, if you live in northern Louisiana, eastern Arkansas, literally, these are going to be thunderstorms diving up into cold air and then turning into snow showers, okay? And then this right here, that's as far out as the HRRR goes, all right? So you can see here, really heavy snow showers right along the Mississippi River area, Memphis, Tennessee, all the way up into northwestern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri tonight. By 10 a.m. tomorrow, when you look outside after you've woken up, you should definitely be in Snowtown, baby. Now, we can look a little bit further into the future if we look at the NAM 3 kilometer. So here we are at 10 a.m. Again, I'm going to put this further into motion. And look, the heavy snow makes it all the way into Paducah, Kentucky, maybe almost as far as Bowling Green, Kentucky. Nashville looks to be right in that mixed freezing rain area. It's going to be close in places like Bowling Green and Nashville. It really depends on how much cold air there is to work with. Now, a lot of these models, and I'll be the first one to admit this, a lot of these models haven't been doing very good with how much cold air we have in place up here. Our little lobe of the polar vortex has sent down a crap ton of Arctic air down into the Midwest, and some of that is going to be working to the east and playing a part in building our boundary here with the warmer air. If these models are underestimating the cold air here like they have been for the north, then maybe we'll see this snow line a little bit further east, and we'll see Nashville and Bowling Green and possibly Lexington, Kentucky getting more snow. But if you are in far western Kentucky, we're talking about Paducah, we're talking about Evansville, Indiana. If you're in southern Illinois, eastern Missouri, I think there's no problem with you staying in Snowtown all the way through the entire duration of this storm, okay? It's going to be peak Snowtown in Paducah at around 2 or 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to pull this forward. Actually, let's zoom over to the east a little bit, okay? And there we go, okay? The heaviest portion of the snow is now going to be in Louisville, Kentucky around 4 p.m. tomorrow, okay? And then Cincinnati around 5 p.m. And looky here, this is going to be once again, some of the heaviest snow we've seen in a long time in this area in southern Indiana all the way through Ohio here, with a very good chance of seeing some thunder sleet, thunder freezing rain, and maybe thunder snow in southern Kentucky, western Tennessee, especially around the Nashville area right here. These are thunderstorms, guys. There's actually very slight severe weather risk down here, but these thunderstorms are going to be running up into the cold air, and they won't just magically stop being thunderstorms once they get there. We're talking about just heavy precipitation, freezing on impact here in eastern Tennessee, and that could possibly be, central Tennessee, and that could possibly be a very prolific ice storm for you guys. And then that ice and sleet moves into eastern Kentucky. Heavy ice and sleet right here near Moorhead, Kentucky, Paintsville, Kentucky around 9 p.m. tomorrow. But look, we're still dealing with extremely heavy snow in Louisville, Kentucky, and Cincinnati, South Bend, Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. You guys are going to be in Snowtown, the whole state, okay? If you're north of Dayton and Columbus, northwest here, you're going to be in Snowtown all day, all night tomorrow, all right? Same thing back here through Illinois and Missouri, but like once you get back here on the western side of this precipitation shield, we're not talking about extremely heavy snow showers at this point. We're talking about light to moderate snow. But the good thing is that as this low pressure system moves off to the north and east, it's bringing down that cold air with it, okay? It's going to literally pull it straight down with it. And once the storm gets into this position, we're going to be talking about temperatures, some of the low temperatures in the teens over here. So every single flake of snow is going to stick. So even though it's snowing lightly, if you only get 6 inches of snow from that first initial heavy bust of snow, there's a possibility you could get double that from the light stuff that happens afterwards, okay? Guys, that was a lot of talking at once. Hold on, give me just a second. I see everybody that's sending in super chats and stuff right now. I promise you I'm going to read every single one of them, and just as soon as I'm done with this little weather breakdown. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm going to read all of the super chats right here in a second, and I appreciate you so much. Oh my goodness, we're at 1,600 viewers right now. If we can get to 2,000, we'll do 2 giveaways. All right, 2 insane giveaways. It'll be fun. Make sure you share this on Facebook. I think that's probably the best one to do is sharing it on Facebook. Okay, so let's keep going here. We are at 9 p.m. on Monday, February 15th, the day after today, guys. Monday, that's tomorrow. We're gonna, according to the NAM 3-kilometer model, at this point it will be snowing in Pittsburgh. Some of the earlier model runs were trending this a little bit further north and west to where Pittsburgh, you were completely in Rain Town and Ice Town the whole time. You don't want to be in Ice Town, and I completely understand that. But it looks like this may start out as snow, at least for you, according to the HRRR. Let's see if it... Oh, it might not even change. Oh, yeah, there it goes. There's a warm nose, a warm bubble that comes up with this around 12 a.m. on Tuesday that may really ruin your snow chances in Pittsburgh. But the first little half of this is going to start off with extremely heavy snow showers. But let's keep on putting this into motion. The ice now is moving into southeastern and south central Pennsylvania. We're talking about State College, Williamsport, Philadelphia, York, Pennsylvania. You may be getting in on some ice down here, all the way into North Jersey and South New York. This is going to be, if you get under a heavy band of ice like this is suggesting right here, you can see a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of ice pile up real quick, which can cause power outages galore, which can cause down trees, and which can make travel almost impossible. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then we've got that heavy snow working all the way through up north of Albany into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and maybe a little bit of an ice storm happening right there in Massachusetts and the coastal regions of Maine. And then of course we do have our severe weather threat tomorrow in Florida, so that may be something else that we live stream tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when the time comes, but there is definitely risk for some severe weather with that little squall line that moves through. But just look at the scope of this storm, guys. This is affecting millions of people. This is going to be absolutely memorable storm, especially for whoever gets under those heaviest snow bands. And now I know what you guys are wanting to see. I know you guys want to see how much snow you're going to get, and I will show you that right now. Stay tuned. Just let me find okay, we're going to start over here in the central areas. And oh, by the way, let me just play the last couple frames of this. Another storm is forming literally directly after this one, and this one could be even more significant than the first one. And some of these areas in Oklahoma, right and through here, could see, I mean, we're talking about 2 feet of snow, as long as there's no melting that happens in between them. And I don't think there will be, because the temperatures will be incredibly cold. Anyways, let's pull this back a little bit. Let's talk about total snowfalls, guys. Let's do this right now. Let's go to winter and the Kuchera ratio. There we go. You guys seeing that? Y'all seeing that? Okay. So, this is the HRRR model. It is notorious for being a little bit aggressive with moisture. Okay, so some of these snowfall totals are going to be a little bit overdone. So keep that in mind. If you live down here in South Central Illinois and you think 100% for sure, lock it in, I'm getting 17 inches of snow with this first storm, I wouldn't I wouldn't hold on to that too hard, okay? It's possible, but I would say, you know, personally, if I was making a forecast map, I would say a foot of snow is very possible for this area right here. So let's keep talking. There's already some snow on the ground here in this area, but there's a potential for up to 8 or 9 inches more as we go through the rest of this storm. All of Arkansas here looks like you could see, you know, over 8 inches of snow. We're talking about possibly over a foot in northeastern Arkansas. The closer you get to the Tennessee border over here, we're talking about, you know, close to 8, 9, 10 inches of snow. Down here in southeastern Texas, you know, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. The hot spot, the sweet spot, according to the HRRR model. And remember, guys, this is just one model run. This is just one model run. According to the HRRR, the sweet spot is going to be right in through here. From, what is that, South Bend, Indiana, Indianapolis, down to south of Peoria, Illinois, St. Louis, all the way down into northeastern Arkansas. That is going to be the sweet spot. And there's a very sharp cutoff line right here. I know there's some people looking at this map possibly in northwestern Mississippi that are a little bit maybe disappointed, because a lot of those heavier snow totals are left far up here. But you got to remember, the slightest shift to the south and east brings in these over a foot totals into really well into northwestern Mississippi. Same thing with into a little bit further into central Tennessee and central Kentucky. Like I said, this model may be underdoing the cold air. So all these totals could shift a little bit further south and east, but this is just one model, one piece of the puzzle. Let's look at the east now. Look at this, man. Northwest Ohio getting just absolutely covered. Southern Michigan will get well over a foot of snow. This would be a shutdown storm for this area right here, something that we haven't seen in a long time for especially right in through here. These guys haven't seen snow in I couldn't tell you how long. But upstate New York getting a lot of snow all the way up through upstate Maine, the northern Vermont and New Hampshire areas, the Green Mountains, the White Mountains. And there's, like I said, there's a really sharp cutoff line here, and I wouldn't buy stock in this. I wouldn't say just because the NAM model is showing that it's going to snow 12 inches in Louisville, Kentucky, and 0 inches in Lexington. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think that these totals will reach a little bit further to the south and to the east, and I think that's what we'll be talking about as we're now casting this event tomorrow. And also, this isn't the only model, guys, right? So we have the Euro. The Euro shows all these totals a little bit further to east. Let me go all the way out so you guys can see the whole United States. The Euro definitely shifts these totals east. Now, the heaviest area of precipitation is still going to be right in through here, according to the Euro, and I kind of agree with that, because they're going to be dealing with a lot more prolific cold. The temperatures are going to be a lot colder in this area. However, I do believe that those totals will reach a little bit further. That boundary is going to be a little bit further to the east, just like the Euro is showing here. And this brings heavy snow all the way into Pittsburgh, Columbus, Albany, New York, Syracuse. So a lot more places get snow in this. And also it brings it further down into Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. What about the GFS? What is the oh, what? Hold on. I messed something up. This is only my third weather live stream, guys. Give me a break. Okay. Okay, so here's the first storm. Right? I'm so confused. I've got this screwed up. Anyways, this once again, this is a little bit further east than what we were looking at on the NAM. By the way, look at that second storm. God. All right, let's look at the Canadian now. The Canadian also brings those totals further to the east, and it's actually a much more broad swath of snow here on the Canadian too. So as you can see, we're looking at multiple pieces of the puzzle here when we look at forecast models. You can't just look at the forecast model and say, oh, well, that's what's going to happen. You got to look at a little bit of all of them, and you've got to understand each model's bias. Like I was saying, the NAM is a little bit warm biased, so those totals will probably shift a little bit further to the south and east. But it's a good model to look at because it's so high resolution, and where it actually places the cold air correctly, you're looking at the most accurate model that's out there right now, the NAM and the HRRR, okay? So, now, give me just a second. Let me gather myself here, and let's head back over to Twitter and see if we got any more pictures. We've got live weather spotters. All of our viewers are acting as weather spotters right now and sending in pictures to the channel here. Let's check them out on Twitter. Once again, at Ryan Hall, y'all, if you want to send in some photos yourself, send some pictures of the snow, guys. We're going to track this storm together. Fringe Flies. Nice name. It's 3 degrees in northwest Arkansas. Pipes frozen whole, home water filter busted, and down to 1 generator. Wow, man. Keep safe. Staying warm. Belly's full, though. That's awesome. So, yeah, here we go. We've already got snow in northwest Arkansas, and it's already extremely cold there. That's what I'm saying, guys. These snow ratios are going to be incredibly high. The smallest amount of snow is going to pile up very quickly. Only 1 inch in Fort Smith, Arkansas right now. Love your show, Ryan. Hey, thank you so much. The Synth channel. Thank you so much, man. It's Snowtown in North Texas. Ethan, thank you so much for this picture. North Texas. It looks like you can definitely tell that there's some blowing snow going on here. I know that near Oklahoma City and Yukon, Oklahoma, they were dealing with some blizzard conditions there with the wind blowing the snow across the roads and stuff. So you can definitely tell that's happening. Southeast Kansas, Sean, thank you so much for this picture. Wow, it looks like it's piling up pretty good there in Southeast Kansas. And also you can tell once again that we've got some wind going on because it's not piling up on the roofs. The wind's definitely like drifting and blowing that snow off of there. And then, yeah, that's all we got so far. Remember, guys, if you want to send some pictures, you can do that on my Twitter. Here's a video from one of our members, Stephen Hayden. Thank you for sending me this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Can you guys see this? Oh, wow. That is not good. Where is this? Oh, my God. Videos that end too soon, am I right? Friends send this to me, how things are going in Nashville right now. Nashville, Kentucky. I'm sorry, Tennessee. That's insane. Light snow just started in St. Louis. Thank you, Delix. Let's see here. Kyle Rowe. This is Louisa, Kentucky from the last ice storm. Louisa, Kentucky, I do believe you guys are going to get more ice from this upcoming storm, unfortunately. East Kansas, Route 44. Okay, 44 heading out of Anthony, Kansas. Wow. Wow, that looks like a blizzard. Why are there no blizzard warnings? There's definitely been wind gusts over 35 miles an hour. Absolutely insane. Insane stuff going on, guys. Thank you for sending all the reports into Twitter. Keep sending them. I'm going to keep checking back in periodically. Keep sending them, guys. It helps us be able to literally track the storm live here. So let me see what else we're going to do. And all right, I think I'm going to now read some chats. I'm going to read some of these super chats that I missed. Is there a way that I can view just those? Okay. Alex J. Wall, thank you for the super chat. AJP has super chatted $1.99. Thank you so much. Thoughts for lake effect snow for Chicago? Yeah. Once this low pressure system moves off to the east, the lake effect machine should be on pretty good for especially south of and southeast of the lake. There will be a brief period of time where a nice band of some heavy snow will come off towards Chicago, but I do believe southern and southeast off the lake will be a little bit better for that. Kyle Rowe, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Guys, that's going to pay for my breakfast whenever I go storm chasing one day over this spring. If you guys didn't know, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to go storm chasing in Kansas, Texas, and Oklahoma this spring. I'm going to try to capture some magnificent footage of supercell thunderstorms, tornadoes, and stuff, and your all super chats and memberships and stuff, you're funding that. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any, the Weather Channel doesn't pay for me to go out there and do that kind of stuff. It's all self-funded and from you guys. So thanks to Kyle Rowe, I've got myself a sausage biscuit one morning whenever I go storm chasing. Okay. He says, Northeastern Kentucky can't handle another ice storm. We still have many without power and ice on lines, on trees and roads. Yeah. It's looking bad. It's not looking good. It's definitely Louisa, Kentucky, Paintsville, Kentucky, all the way down to Pikeville, Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky. That looks like it's going to be the sweet spot for ice once again, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, Joseph JC. Thank you for the $3 super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. Aiden, thank you for the super chat. He said, how much ice for Brewster, New York, Putnam County? Let me look that up. Brewster. See where we got here. So that's just north of New York City, essentially, right? So let's look at the models again. We're going to look at ice now. Ice is very serious. And unfortunately, the models are showing a significant amount of it for a lot of people. Let's zoom in on the east here. So according to the Canadian, we're talking about up to 0.6 inches of ice, basically a half inch, a little bit more than a half inch of ice possible in your area there, Aiden. And then let's also look at some of the other models. The Euro is putting down about a half inch once again. The GFS is a little bit nicer to you with only like a tenth of an inch of ice coming down. And then some of our short range data, the NAM 3 kilometer, once again, about a half inch of ice. And then the HRRR, if it goes out, that it doesn't go out that far yet. So yeah, the NAM, let's see, the NAM 12 kilometer, daggone. Yeah, that's, the NAM is probably the one you should pay the most attention to. It has an area of a half inch of ice real close to you with it stopping right next to you. So I don't know how much attention we should pay to that, but I would say prepare for an ice storm right there, Aiden. Thank you so much for the super chat. Alex J. Wall, thank you once again. Joseph JC, thank you for the super chat. Love what you do. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Seriously, thank you. Like, I can't believe how much support we're getting here. You know, I love the weather. I've always loved the weather. You can ask anybody that I went to high school with, anybody that I've ever worked with. It's all I ever want to talk about, and nobody ever wanted to listen. So now we have a big, nice community full of people who enjoy the weather and who like to hear me talk about it. So I couldn't be happier. I'm over the moon, quite literally. So thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the kind words. Let's see here. Christopher Caldwell, thank you for the super chat. Once again, $5. That's lunch. That's lunch, son. I'm gonna get me a nice Wendy's Breeze burger. Get it? Wendy's Breeze burger. One day when I'm out chasing, thanks to Christopher Caldwell. I appreciate you so much. And Alex J. Wall, once again, thank you for the super chat. We got a couple more coming in here. I will read these three, and then I've got to get back to, I'm sorry, I'll read these 3 or 4, and then I've got to get back to covering the weather. That's what we're here to do, right? So Nick Ferdinand, he's a member. Thank you so much, man. He said, in your opinion, how much will Detroit get, Ryan? I'll tell you my opinion, but first I will show you the models once again. Let's take a look at the Euro, and then let's go back to that Kuchera ratio. This is showing Detroit's going to get around a foot of snow with the latest Euro. The latest GFS is showing around 10 or 11 inches. The latest NAM is showing, once again, about a foot of snow. So in my personal opinion, just like I was saying for these guys that live here on the border that are kind of hoping for this to go south and east, I do think the vast majority of this precipitation shield will shift a little bit to the south and east because a lot of that energy is going to be compacted right here next to where the low pressure system is. There's going to be a boundary of cold air and warm air. A lot of that energy, a lot of that moisture it's going to be like a magnet. It's going to want to get pulled into where the warmest air is. So that big giant precipitation shield that a lot of these models are showing, that's putting down 7 inches of snow way up into central Michigan, I'm not buying that. However, Detroit, you're in the perfect place because even if this does shift to the south and east 50 miles, you're still in an area that'll get 8, 9, 10 inches of snow. My personal forecast for Detroit would be 6 to 10 inches. Okay, so thank you for the super chat, and I hope that answers your question. Okay, Nick Ferdinand, Big John Tech Reviews, thank you for the $10. Hey, I'm having dinner at the Olive Garden. One whole day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is covered out there storm chasing this spring. I appreciate you, man. I'm 20 miles north of the just started sleeting here. 20 miles north of what, man? It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. Hey, it is going to be interesting, and I hope you stay safe, and I hope you send us some pictures on Twitter. And thank you so much once again for the super chat. Adam Morehouse, I hope this helps out with the storm chasing. South Bend goes from 2 inches to 7 inches because of the shift in the track. I'm telling you, South Bend, Indiana, you guys are going to see a lot more snow than what we originally thought because of everything that's going on with the shift in the track and the available cold air and moisture that's out there. So thank you for that very much. Okay, so we've just got a bunch of super chats coming in. I could sit here and read them all day long, and I promise everybody that has sent one in or will send one in the future, I promise you, I am going to get to you. But I do have to get back to covering the weather now. Okay, that's what we're here to do. Once again, if you send in a super chat, I will read it. Just let me get back on my bearings here, and let me start getting into the next part of this presentation. And Paul Kersey is our newest member. He became a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate all the support, guys. I really do. This is awesome. Speaking of memberships, if you are a member of this channel, once again, that's another way to support the storm chasing endeavors. You get access to really awesome emotes in the chat. All of our members, make sure you put our emotes in the chat right now. Show off all of our awesome emotes. Also, you get a cool little lightning bolt next to your name, and you get access to exclusive content, super in-depth members-only live streams, custom forecast maps, blooper reels, and shout-outs at the end of every video. So if you want to become a member, there's a link in the description, and there should be a button next to the subscribe button that says join. Completely optional, but I did want to throw that out there, okay? Now let's do this. Some regular chats. Some completely regular chats. I'm looking at the chat right now. Drop your location in the chat right now, and I will tell you what's going to happen in your area, okay? I'll try to do 3 or 4 of you guys. Let's see them, guys. Let's pump it up in here. Let's see those locations in the chat. We're tracking a major winter storm right now. This ain't your grandpa's weather channel, son. We're excited. Not for the ice, but for the snow. We want to be in Snowtown, baby, right? By the way, here's a backwards view of the setup. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness, guys. How am I supposed to read this? Okay, so I'm going to take this one at a time here. All right, Knoxville, Tennessee. I saw Knoxville, Tennessee, so that's what we're going to be doing right now. First of all, let's take a look at it on the radar. Knoxville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee, if nothing's going on for you right now, you're high and dry, but some weather will be working its way in tomorrow. I do think we're going to be dealing with mostly rain in Knoxville, Tennessee. Additionally, we're going to be dealing with a lot of possibly sleet and freezing rain. Let's check that out on the weather models. This is the Euro. Knoxville, Tennessee, this is the NAM. According to the NAM, you're not going to get any snow. It's not Snowtown, baby. Is it Icetown? Let's see that right now. Knoxville, I think you're safe on the ice. This is the NAM, the Canadian. This is the GFS. It's all rain. This storm is going to do nothing but rain for you, Knoxville. And I do believe that, because even if my personal forecast says that this cold air is going to dip a little bit further south and east, even if that happens, very minimal ice is going to happen in your area. So we're talking about all rain for you. I do hope that you're not disappointed by that. Not everybody likes snow. Okay. All right, so we're still getting locations coming through. Here we go. Richmond, Virginia. Once again, Richmond, Virginia. I think you're all rain here. New York City. New York City is a tough one, okay? You're going to be on that boundary where it's possible that you could get a little bit of sleet and freezing rain because, as you can see right here, according to the GFS, you're going to get a little bit of freezing rain. What about the Euro? Once again, it brings it even closer to you. The NAM, once again, a little bit of freezing rain. You're right on that border. And once again, I do think that even up here in the Northeast, that southeast shift is going to happen a little bit. So I do think there's going to be a little bit more cold air available for New York City. So I do think this is going to be a mostly rain event for you with some light freezing rain possible. Up to 1/10 of an inch of ice could accumulate out there, which really isn't going to cause too many problems. So thank you for throwing that out there. All right, I'm gonna keep trying to read this chat. Peoria, Illinois. Okay, that's a good one because you're on the back side of this. All right, so there's a fringe area on the front where there's a sharp cutoff between heavy snow and light snow, and there's also the same thing on the back side. So I think you're closer to the back side. Let's look at this right now. So Illinois. Let's go all the way in onto the state, because I know with close to 2,000 people in here, we have to have some people from Illinois in the chat. Jeez, Lord. Peoria, if I'm not mistaken, are north, I would call that northwestern Illinois, right around here, right? That's where Peoria is. As I was saying, this is a very interesting setup because you're right there on the line. If this does shift southeast, if the moisture goes southeast, like I think that it will, you're going to be back here in this 3 to 6 inch range. All right. However, if this big broad precip shield stays together like the NAM thinks it will, this model is specifically showing about 9 or 10 inches for you. Okay. What about the Euro? The Euro has you in that 3 to 6 inch range. The GFS has you even, in lower totals. And the Canadian has you all the way up to close to a foot. So me personally, my forecast for Peoria, Illinois, would probably be 4 to 8 inches. That would be my forecast for you. With an emphasis on the middle there, like 6 inches. 6 inches is probably what you're going to end up with. I hope you get more. There's a chance you get more, but that's my forecast. Okay, Indianapolis. I saw Indianapolis. Shift over here to Indiana. Indianapolis over a foot on the Canadian. What about the Euro? Over 14, 15 inches on the Euro. What about the GFS? Once again, 10 or 11 inches. And the latest NAM, wow, 15, 16 inches. So, wow. Yeah. I think Indianapolis, I think that you have a good chance of getting over a foot of snow from this storm. I really do. Even if that southeast shift happens, I mean, you're still right there in the bullseye. It'll come down to nowcasting. There will be bands of snow that form, and sometimes there'll be a big band that forms to your north and a big one to the south, and you're in the middle and you don't get no snow. But there's nothing anybody can do about that. But like my forecast for you would be 10 to 12 inches of snow in Indianapolis, with the probably a 30 to 40% probability that you get over 12 inches when everything is said and done. Okay. So yeah. I'm going to do one more. Columbus, Ohio. That's another really good one because you're on the edge, right? You're right here on the edge where it could go either way. According to the NAM, we're looking at literally, you're right on the edge there between 4 to 9 inches on the NAM. Now, the rest of these are going to show more for you because the rest of these are a little bit more, they're less warm air biased than the NAM. And I kind of agree with these a little bit more. So Columbus, this is showing 11 inches here on the Euro. GFS, this is showing, once again, we're on the edge there between like maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 inches. And then the Canadian has a little hole here with 8 or 9 inches. My personal forecast for you would be 6 to 10 inches. 6 to 10 inches, somewhere in there for Columbus, Ohio. Okay. That was fun. check back in on our folks in Mississippi. Man, it is snowing really hard in Mississippi near to Tupelo, Interstate 22. If anybody lives around here, make sure you tweet me a picture. I'd love to see, this coming down. It's probably sleet in a lot of areas, but it's snowing down hard down here. That's getting ready to move into southern Tennessee. We got any Tennesseans in the chat? If you're from Tennessee, type 10IC in the chat right now. 10IC. If you're from Tennessee, give me a Tennessee in the chat. And that's getting ready to move into Nashville. Some light snow is getting ready to move into Nashville. A heavy little burst of snow is getting ready to right now move into southeastern Missouri. That will affect Kennett and the Interstate 55 corridor here in southeastern Missouri. Little Rock still getting some heavy snow. Our big band of snow is just now working its way into Dallas, though. Do we have any Dallas people in here? We got any Dallas people? Yo, Dallas. Do I see any Dallas people in the chat? Send us some pictures and videos of this snow working in. I see it coming. It's coming down pretty good in Dallas right now. It's coming down pretty good in Tulsa right now, all the way down into Abilene, Texas, San Angelo. And then here's our big bubbling area of moisture that's really starting to ramp up down here in southeastern Texas. This is what's going to form our secondary induction of moisture that will form our solid precipitation shield that will bring this much snow to the Ohio Valley. So if you want this map to come true, then whenever we look at the radar, you're really rooting for this area of precip to really ramp up down here, okay? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we hit 1,000 viewers. We did hit 1,000 viewers. And I told you guys we would do a giveaway. Now, remember, if we hit 2,000 viewers, we're going to do another giveaway later. So keep sharing this on Facebook. Keep sharing this wherever you need to share it at, okay? But we're going to do a pretty cool giveaway. A lot of times I'll wear shirts in the videos, right, guys? I wear shirts that say, like weather stuff. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. These shirts, right? Marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high, respect the polygon, talking about weather warnings. We've got Hooked. How cool is that? If you or your fellow weather lover, somebody in your family is a little weather nerd. I know they are. Get them this shirt, and you don't even have to pay for it. You can just win this giveaway right now. Is anybody interested in doing a giveaway? We'll jump right back into looking at the radar here in a second, but I think that it would be fun to do a giveaway because I honestly didn't think we would hit 1,000 viewers. But yeah, one of these shirts, any one of your choice. High dew points make me moist. Ha! Ha! So funny. Woo, storms. You gotta love that, right? Who would like a free t-shirt? They're nice t-shirts too. They're Bella Canvas. And all that good stuff. And I've got some new software that'll allow me to do giveaways, so I want to test that out right now. Who's ready for a giveaway? Do we need to pump it up again? I'm not doing it unless I see some excitement in the chat. Come on. I'm not doing it. Do we have any excitement out there? Anything? Hello? I told you this ain't the regular weather channel. This ain't your average weather channel, son. If you want to be entered into this giveaway, all you have to do is type something into the chat right now. Type anything. Say hello, but don't spam. Don't you dare spam. If you spam, you're out. You're disqualified. Oh yeah, I see the excitement now. Who wants to be in T-shirt town? T-shirt town, baby. Oh my god. Did anybody think they would have fun watching a weather channel? Okay, I'm going to give you guys just a couple more minutes to get your entry in. Once again, all you have to do is type something into the chat to be entered to win. Maybe 1 more minute. Okay? And then we're going to do this giveaway, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to get back to covering the weather because that's what we're here to do. And I'll get to reading your super chats because there's a lot of them. Okay. I'm calling it 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If you're just now joining in, we're getting ready to do a giveaway for one of these t-shirts. And there's more that you can choose any shirt you want. Oh, look at this one. Oh, now you can't tell me that's not funny. Oh, hell no. But it's hail, like hailstones from a thunderstorm. Gosh, you can't make that stuff up. Let's see here. What else we got? Some of our more, knowledgeable weather nerds will find this one pretty good. Shear lift, instability, moisture. You gotta love it. Storm chaser. That's a good one, right? Any of these shirts, guys. Any of these weather-related shirts. Want to buy it? I'm gonna send it to your house. Okay. So we have, so far, there are 1,400 people watching, and we only have 304 eligible people that have chatted. So your odds are good. Your odds are good. So I'm going to run the giveaway right now. And I don't know what to do from there, but let's do it. Here we go. I'm going to hit roll it. I'm going to hit roll it. And 3, 2, 1. Christina Pence. Christina Pence. You are the winner. Congratulations, Christina Pence. Has been subscribed to the channel since January 8th. So this is somebody that's been subscribed for over a week. So everybody say congratulations to Christina Pence. She has won. Do we have our moderators? Do we have Have-Life? Have-Life. Can you work this out for me? Can you message her? Christina, me or somebody on my team will be in contact with you very shortly. If not right now, then definitely after the stream's over. And then all I'll need from you is your address, obviously, and then I'll I need you to pick out a shirt. We'll send you the link to the website. But yeah, that was fun. Was that not fun? Don't tell me that wasn't fun. We got to do that again. But we can't do it unless we hit 2,000 subscribers, okay? So if we hit, we're way over 2,000 subscribers, unless we hit 2,000 viewers on this stream. So make sure you're sharing this on Facebook and all that stuff. Christina Pence, I have got your profile saved. So don't worry. If you don't hear from me until, late tonight, don't worry. I will be in contact with you, okay? Hey, congratulations, Christina. Oh no, what happened to my radar? It broke it. Let's switch to switch to something else real quick. Okay, so yeah, that was super fun. We're going to get back into talking about the weather right here in just a second. But there are people sending in super chats. Once again, super thankful for all the super chats, so I want to read them all right now. Tiara super chatted $10. Hey, that is breakfast at IHOP. Once again, guys, if you're just now joining in, all the super chats, all the memberships, all that stuff, it goes towards storm chasing. I'm going storm chasing this spring. We'll be trying to make some super awesome content, but I don't have any sponsors. It's self-funded, and the memberships and the super chats, that's what's going to allow me to be able to go out there and make some of the, I think, hopefully some of the best content on YouTube around tornadoes and hurricane interceptions and stuff like that. We're building a truck out, and it's going to be insane. So Tiara paid for my breakfast one day on my way out there to go storm chasing. $10 at IHOP. New viewer from San Antonio, Texas. Snowtown baby. I appreciate your channel. Thank you. Thank you. Cody Gatlin, thank you for the super chat. Fabian, thank you for the $10 super chat. Once again, I'm eating well now. We've got 2 days worth of food at least. Chrisonics, I hope I said that right. Chrisonics super chatted $25. Very generous. Super generous. Thank you so much, man. Wow. Thank you so much. And he said, really hoping for lots of snow in Buffalo. Can't wait to bring out my snowmobile. Loving the content. Thank you. Thank you, man. You did not have to do that. And that's a whole day. That's a whole day worth of food, if not more, with snacks included. A Reese cup and a Sprite Zero from the gas station, and IHOP, Olive Garden, and McDonald's. I mean, can you ask for anything more than that? Nick Ferdinand with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much for all the support. Nick Ferdinand is a member of the channel, a high risk member, if I'm correct. Thank you so much for that, man. I really do appreciate it. ZTV with a $5 super chat. He says, what do you think Bryan, Texas will get? Well, buddy, let me figure out where Bryan, Texas is, and I will tell you what I think Bryan, Texas is. So you're real close to Houston and Austin. You're kind of in between Houston and Austin there. Let's take a look at the weather models. We'll see what Bryan, Texas is going to get. All right, let's go. Where do we go? U.S. regions, U.S. states. It's Texas. Okay, so for this first storm right here, Bryan, Texas. Gosh, you're right. You're in one of those places where it's kind of tough. Bryan, Texas. Houston. Yeah. So according to the Canadian model, you're right around here, 3 to 6 inches. We do have to look at the Euro. The Euro has you, once again, 3 to 6 inches. GFS, 3 to 6 inches. And then the NAM got you at. It should be already be snowing there. Is it snowing there already? The NAM has you a little bit less, 2 to 4 inches. Look here. Bryan, Texas. Yeah, it should be starting to start like freezing rain with some intermittent heavy snow showers. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say 3 to 6 inches is possible for you there in Bryan, Texas, okay? But you got to watch out. The sooner these snow showers that you're seeing right now, the sooner that they start to convert into actual accumulating snow showers. There's no rain, there's no sleet, it's all snow. Like if that happens within the next 30 minutes, then we are talking about closer to 6 inches or maybe more. If this sleet and like rain and mixture thing happens for all the way up until 2 hours from now, we're looking at the lower end of that range, okay? So that's what I've got to say for Bryan, Texas. Thank you for the super chat. See here. Louisville, Kentucky, please, and thank you. I opened in the morning at 6 a.m. and can I make it to work? I drive a Mini Cooper. Uh-oh. Louisville, Kentucky, I can go ahead and tell you that no, man, you're not going to be able to make it to work. Geez, man, I don't know. Actually, at 6 a.m. you might be able to, but like you'll get stuck there. You'll get stuck. Do you want to get stuck? Louisville, Kentucky. All of these models are showing around 10 inches of snow is possible. Euro is saying a foot of snow. The NAM is saying 10 inches. What about the Canadian? The Canadian's saying 10 inches. The GFS is saying 8-9 inches. So we and my personal forecast is that these totals are going to actually bleed a little bit further south and east than what we are seeing elsewhere, right? So like I think in Louisville you're almost 100% certain to get some snow, but how much and when, that's what you want to know. So here we are at 4 a.m. At 4 a.m. they should be around an inch of snow, I'm sorry, half inch of snow on the ground. 6 a.m. So the heaviest of the snow doesn't occur in Louisville, Kentucky until we're talking about like from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. all the way through 1 a.m., 2 a.m. tomorrow. So I think in a Mini Cooper, you can make it to work, to and from work until 3 p.m. tomorrow. After 3 p.m., you got to be home, man. Or I mean, I don't know how good of a driver you are. And if you can get it and dig it like Dale Jr., you might be able to you might be able to make it no matter what, son. It don't matter if you got a Mini Cooper or not. If you know how to drive, son. Over here in Eastern Kentucky, like we can get you anywhere you want to go in a Mini Cooper, no matter how much snow's on the ground. All right. Okay, guys. I know we're still getting an absolute ton of super chats, but I do want to move on. Because we can do this all day. Keith Denment super chatted $5. He said 74% aren't subscribed. That is true, guys. 75%, 74% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. If you're watching this live stream right now, there's 1,500 of you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because we do live streams during every weather event, whether it's a blizzard or a severe thunderstorm, tornado outbreak. Additionally, I make weather forecast discussion videos every single day. And this spring, I'm going to go out in a truck and get as close as possible as I can to tornadoes and film them and make really nice, interesting weather content around tornadoes and supercell thunderstorms and hurricanes. So I don't know why you wouldn't subscribe. All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to go back to talking about the weather now because that's what we're here to do. Once again, if you have sent a super chat and I haven't read it yet, don't you worry. I'm going to. I haven't forgot about you. I'm not ignoring you. But we got to get back to talking about the weather. So that's what we're going to do right now. So give me just a second, actually, guys. I'm going to get me another Sprite. Never mind. I'm out of Sprite. But I got one of these that says Superior Hydration. Not sponsored. It gets hot up here in this room. Look at these screens, guys. You see all these screens? I mean, geez. And you see that one behind me? If you look down at the bottom camera, there's another one right there. It gets hot in here, son. But it's necessary. When you're the number one weather watcher on YouTube, you got to have the screen, son. You can't watch the weather without screens. Okay. Now that's what I call multitasking. That's right. Where's your fan? I do need a fan. I got all this stuff, but I don't have a fan. I do need me a good fan. All right. Here we go. Getting back into talking about the weather in 3, 2, 1. Make sure you share this, okay? Because once again, guys, we've been hovering around 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 viewers right there. All we got to do is just peek over 2,000 once, and we're going to do another super awesome giveaway. This one's going to be even better. Hear it from me, okay? It's going to be even better. All right? So share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on your TikTok, share it anywhere you can share it, and let's talk about the weather. Our radar loaded back up. And looky here, we've got heavy snow now moving into Tupelo, Mississippi. Northwest Mississippi, you're missing out right now on the snow. I have seen all of the messages in the chat that say, Northwest Mississippi, talk about Northwest Mississippi. Okay, I'm going to right now, okay? Northwest Mississippi, you're missing out on the snow right now. A lot of the heavier precipitation, the freezing rain and the sleet and the snow is happening to your east, but don't worry, there's another little shot of snow that's heading up your way right now. But none of this matters. None of this, you see this? You see this? None of that matters because your snow, if you get real snow, it's going to be coming from our heavier precipitation shield that's forming right now around Huntsville, Texas, north of Houston, near Bryan, Texas. When this really forms together, it's going to come up late tonight, around midnight tonight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and it's going to dump snow on Northwest Mississippi. Now, it's important to understand what is Northwest Mississippi. I would say this. Okay, anywhere south and east of that is probably going to get mostly ice and sleet. Okay, so now if we move on up to the north, we've got some snow now working into Nashville. We've got some heavy snow that's been going through Little Rock on and off throughout the entire stream now. We've also got Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is getting a lot of snow out of this. And then the I-40 corridor east of Oklahoma City is probably pretty treacherous right now. Tulsa's getting some heavy snow, but some really intense banding is starting to happen now in Dallas, Texas, okay? The Dallas-Fort Worth area. Once again, if we have anybody that lives there, make sure you tweet me a picture right now of what's going on there because I'm getting ready to show my tweets right here in a second. So Dallas-Fort Worth, make sure you send me those reports in. We've got a whole team of live storm spotters on the ground through my Twitter. This is awesome. Make sure you take advantage of that. But it does look like some pretty intense bandings going on through there. Low temperatures are extremely low right now, so it's all sticking. And another band right behind it, all the way down into San Angelo up through Abilene, Cisco, Breckenridge, and this right here is going to continue to the north and to the east. As the southern section of it is going to start to intensify here in a second as it smashes into our boundary to the south and to the east, and this is what's going to form that secondary induction of moisture, that secondary precipitation shield that I've been talking about so much over the past couple days, really, if you've been watching the videos at all. Look here, I called it, son. I said earlier that this area of precipitation is going to start to get a little bit more intense as we head further out through the stream. Remind me in an hour at 8:11 p.m. Let's take a look at this again, and I would say that it will start filling in even more near Quincy up through Peoria, and then this is going to become a solid area of precipitation as we go into the evening, and it's going to be kind of like an appetizer of snow for St. Louis through Indianapolis through Chicago. This area right here, this is going to be where you see a lot of your first initial snowfalls, and then when that secondary area of precip comes through later, that's when you're going to see your real heavy snowfalls. All right, now let's take a look at Twitter. Oh, wow. You guys are really doing it on Twitter, aren't you? Once again, at Ryan Hall, y'all. At Ryan Hall, y'all, on any platform. If you want to follow me on TikTok, that's right. I have a TikTok with over 200,000 followers. Talk about the weather on there. Ryan Hall, y'all. Instagram, Ryan Hall, y'all. Twitter, Ryan Hall, y'all. It's all Ryan Hall, y'all. But specifically for this stream, we're talking about Twitter because we've got a picture of the perfect snowflake in Athens, Texas from Chris Jenkins. Thank you so much, man. That is perfect. Look at that. That's what you get. You get those high definition snowflakes whenever it's real cold outside and the snowflakes don't lump together in the atmosphere. If you've noticed, if it's really warm outside and it starts to snow, you get big giant flakes of snow. It's not really giant flakes. It's a clump of flakes that's falling. When it's cold, when it's especially cold outside, those flakes will isolate and you may get an unbroken one that reaches the ground. And if you have a really good like camera, you can get some really cool micro pictures of snowflakes that way. So thank you for that, Chris. It's been constant good snow all day in Dallas-Fort Worth. Over an inch at least so far. That was 11 minutes ago. So you can see it's starting to come down pretty good there in the Dallas area. And I do think that these bands of snow are really going to add up as we go forward. I think you'll end up with well over an inch. And let's see here. What else we got? February 9th on Pleasant, Ohio. Okay, so this was from February 9th. I see. You see, that's a heavier, wetter snow. I can already tell just by looking at that. Thank you for that, though, Michael. Central North Carolina. Haven't seen sun in 3 days. Please send snow. This is what's going on right now in Central North Carolina, guys. Everybody that's getting snow right now, if you can just like shovel some up and like just send it up into the jet stream and let me here in Eastern Kentucky and my guy Daniel here in North Carolina, if we can just get a little bit of your snow, we would really love it. Fort Smith, Arkansas, look at there, it's coming down pretty good in Arkansas. And the cool thing about seeing these reports from Arkansas is this little covering that you have right now is nothing. It is the appetizer before the main meal. It's awesome that these little, the first punch of this snowstorm is doing as well as it is, because it may be a precursor to how well that second punch is going to do. And then we've got a video from Grand Prairie, Texas, from Karen. Thank you so much for that. It looks like it's snowing pretty good there. This was around 3 p.m. in Russellville, Arkansas. Roads look like this down here. Oh yeah, Russellville. That you can tell it's such a fine powdery snow too. You can tell that it's blowing around and stuff. It's cold there. So that was 3 p.m. It's 7 p.m. now, or 6 p.m. there. So it's probably piled up a little bit more than that. What do you think about the Weather Channel predicting 3 to 5 inches of snow for Houston Weather Watch? I think that's possible. I do think that's possible. It's going to be tough, and it'll be definitely a memorable and historic thing. But like, we've got to watch for that rain snow line, because a lot of times the models will overdo warm air inland, but they will underdo warm air next to a coast. Ask anybody in New England that has ever dealt with a nor'easter. They know. The models often underdo warm air, especially right along the coast, and it's not very often that models are having to forecast snowstorms next to the Gulf of Mexico, you know. But it's also not very often that we get a huge massive Arctic air from Canada going all the way to Mexico. So who knows? 3 to 5 inches sounds right to me. I would say closer to 3 though, if it was me that you're asking. So yeah, that is Twitter. Fort Worth. Oh, there we go. Fort Worth is getting some snow now. Looks like it's coming down pretty good, and it's piling up now. Fulton, Missouri's got some drifting, some blowing snow. So once again, I'm actually surprised that there haven't been any blizzard warnings. Even though, I mean, a lot of the areas are probably not necessary blizzards, but we definitely got blowing snow and some wind gusts over 35 miles an hour. So thank you for that, Fields Tree Service. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate everybody who's followed me on Twitter. Even if you don't want to send me stuff, make sure you follow me on Twitter, because I'll always post stuff about the weather on there too. So, all right, let's figure out what we're going to talk about next. Right, we're going to talk about the weather models, because there may be some of you guys that haven't seen this yet. Anybody just now joining? Do we have any new people in the chat? Say, hey, I'm new, if you just now joined in. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Come on. All right, here we go. We're taking a look at the weather models now. We are going to look at the HRRR, and we're going to look at, this is the new version of the HRRR. So we showed this around an hour ago. This is an updated version of the HRRR. So we're going to take a look at that right now. See if anything has changed. The 22Z data. Okay, so like I was saying, here's our band of snow that we're watching right now here in like Dallas up through Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Let me put this into motion. Okay, So what's going to happen, what I believe is going to happen, is an area of light snow is going to break out up here in through St. Louis, Peoria, Illinois, up through Chicago. This model, it's such a light area of precipitation that this model is not going to pick it up. Okay, it's not going to see it. But even though it's light, it will add to your accumulations, I promise. But what we're really going to be looking for here is our secondary area, our big precip shield that's forming down here in southeastern Texas. Let's check that out. So here we are around 9 p.m. tonight, just a couple hours from now. This area of moisture that's associated with the short wave that's coming through here is really going to start digging in and sending that moisture into this part of the storm. A lot of this cold air that's coming down from the north is going to slam all of our available energy into this boundary where we have freezing rain now in Houston. This is a boundary of warm air and extremely cold air, and a lot of times when the cold air comes in down behind it, that moisture gets flung into that and it squeezes against it. And if you end up under the right band of snow in a situation like that, you're going to see the heaviest snow you've ever seen in your life. If you live down here in northeastern Texas, southeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, southeastern parts of Arkansas, get ready for it. Because if you end up under that right band of snow, it's going to be snowing extremely hard in a situation like this. We've got available moisture in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got some moisture. This is coming from the Pacific Ocean. And then watch as we push this forward. That really slams together here, and we've got heavy freezing rain now all the way down into extreme southern Texas. This is why they have a winter storm warning down there, all the way down in southern Texas. There's freezing rain happening in Houston now, Austin, Texas, Bryan, Texas, and then that boundary is going to try to move south and east. And remember, we've got a ton of Arctic air up here that's really trying to dig south, and we have something that's called dynamic cooling that could happen, where if the precipitation is heavy enough in these areas, some of it will evaporate in the atmosphere, steal some of that heat energy in the mid-levels, and then eventually drop colder air as the precipitation does fall. The droplets, the hydrometeors that do not evaporate, will bring down the rest of that colder air with it. So that could be something that we've got on our side. And once again, I do believe that the HRRR model and the NAM model are both warm air biased. All right, so I do think there's going to be a little bit more cold air here for this storm to work with than what the NAM and what the HRRR is seeing. So let's put this forward into motion anyways. As you can see, that rain snow line gets really close to Houston around 3 a.m. tonight, and we've got heavy snow now in Bryan, Texas. We've got heavy snow now in extreme northwest Louisiana and eastern Texas. This is where it starts to get intense. This is where the storm really starts blowing up. Our first punch of snow up here in Indiana and Ohio and Missouri, this area right here, this is what I'm talking about. That area that we were looking at on the radar where that precip's really starting to form up, that's what it's going to turn into. But I believe it'll be a more solid shield of precipitation than this. And a lot of areas will overperform in this. I think that some places, maybe Indianapolis, maybe Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Kentucky, by 3 a.m. tonight, you'll see more snow on the ground than what anybody else is forecasting, because I do believe that this initial first punch of the storm is going to overperform. So whoever asked me earlier about whether or not they should drive to work in Louisville, Kentucky in their Mini Cooper, I'm starting to rethink that, because I wasn't paying attention to the dynamics as closely. I was just looking at the snow totals. If you get under the right band of snow tonight, by 3 a.m., there's already going to be a decent amount of snow on the ground, because that cold air is going to be coming in and all this snow is going to stick. But look down here in eastern Texas. When you see that real dark blue, you're talking about some absolutely prolific snow, heavy freezing rain now in Louisiana. And then the snow does reach all the way down to Houston right here by 6 a.m. tomorrow. So 3 inches of snow is more than possible in Houston, as long as that warm air doesn't fight with them. And then look at this. We've got heavy thunderstorms out here in the Gulf of Mexico that's going to be ramming up into this cold air. That's why I do believe if you live in western Mississippi, if you live in central southern Louisiana, look out for thunder sleet. And if you're on the backside over here, maybe in extreme eastern Texas, extreme northwestern Louisiana, very good possibility that you might see a little bit of thunder snow tomorrow morning as the thunderstorms move into the cold air and they turn into thunder sleet and thunder snowstorms. And then as we push this a little bit further forward, the heavy snow is really going to be loving the Mississippi and Ohio River valleys right here as it goes further north. But we do have a pretty good precipitation shield that goes all the way out into Oklahoma and Kansas like this. So this right here, I do believe goes a little bit further west than what we were originally seeing with that precipitation shield. Yeah, this is heavy snow now in northwestern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas. I mean, seriously, this is going to be coming down fast. Memphis, Tennessee, Paducah, Kentucky. Let's keep playing this out. Now we're at 10 a.m. tomorrow, all the way out until 11 a.m. tomorrow. This is as far out as this model goes, and we're dealing with heavy snow. And look, this is actually trending a little bit east. That barrier of entry for heavy snow is now working into the Nashville area. It might actually make it there. And then much more of northwestern Mississippi is seeing snow now, according to the HRRR model. And this is good news if you live in that area, because, like I said, this model is warm air biased, I believe. So it could go even further south and east than that. It absolutely could. So let's now shift over to the east, and let's shift over to the NAM 3-kilometer view, because that's as far out as the HRRR will go. Now, the NAM 3-kilometer view, this is older data. The HRRR updates every hour. The NAM only updates every 6 hours or something. So keep in mind that this is older data that we're looking at. I do believe that everything is going to go further south and east. Okay, so everything you're looking at on this model, shift it to the south and east by 25 miles. That's my official prediction on this, okay? So let's put this into motion. Here we are at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and we've got extremely heavy snow in Paducah, Kentucky. We've got extremely heavy snow working into St. Louis, and it's still going on in northwestern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, and now it's moving into central Illinois, central Indiana. And look, that precipitation shield, that first punch is going to connect to our second punch, and you will be seeing snow all the way through up into Pittsburgh and upstate New York at this time tomorrow too. I really do think that this is underdoing the available moisture that's going to be flung up here, and that this will be a solid precipitation shield as we move into this hour tomorrow. So, but the heaviest snows are falling in western Kentucky and western Tennessee at this point, with some extremely heavy ice happening in eastern Mississippi, northwestern Alabama, central Tennessee around the Nashville area, and then up into central Kentucky near Richmond, Peoria. It's going to be a nasty ice storm if this pans out. Could cause significant power outages and stuff. Here we are at 4 p.m. tomorrow. The heaviest of the snow is now working into Louisville, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana. It's working into Cincinnati now, and then also up into Indianapolis. Look at that. This is very heavy snow, guys. Not very likely that you'll be able to travel in this area. What is this? I-64, I-75. These roads will be extremely treacherous, if not completely impassable. From 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, as the heaviest portions of this storm move through. And then look at the ice. Look at the ice in eastern Kentucky, Paintsville, Kentucky, Louisa, Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky. Look out for the heavy ice accumulations tomorrow. Look out for downed trees, because we're actually going to have a little bit of wind with this. So if you get a half inch of ice on the trees and power lines and just a 15-mile-an-hour wind gust, you're talking about catastrophic damage. Okay. I don't want to scare you or anything, but you're talking about, power outages that can last 3 to 5 days. You're talking about widespread trees down. You're talking about just incredibly bad road conditions. Look at the pileup that happened in Dallas the other day, or the Fort Worth area. So keep that in mind. Now, I do believe that this area of Kentucky is prepared for an ice storm, because we just went through one the other day. So just make sure those generators are ready. Make sure that you have salt for your own driveways, and rock salt and stuff like that, because the ice isn't going anywhere, because it's not going to warm up after it comes down. But let's go back to talking about the fun part, which is the snow up here in Ohio. It's going to be coming down really good in Columbus and Cleveland and Xenia, and all the way up into far northwestern Ohio at 6 p.m. tomorrow. It's moving into Pittsburgh now. And look, it's still snowing in St. Louis. It's been snowing now for like almost 12 hours straight in St. Louis. and they're in Snowtown. They are officially in Snowtown as of 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then let's keep pushing this forward. This snow, these rain showers, these thunderstorms keep pushing up here into the ice region. Once again, this is Paintsville, Louisa, Kentucky, Moorhead, Kentucky. This looks like it could potentially be a very dangerous situation as far as ice goes. So keep an eye out on that. This wasn't looking like as dangerous of an ice situation as our first storm at first, but now it's starting to look more scary here in eastern Kentucky. So keep an eye out on that. And Cincinnati's still in Snowtown, Louisville's still in Snowtown, and now we've got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's getting in on the action. Upstate New York. This is 9 p.m. on Monday, and then Pittsburgh tries to stay in Snowtown. Look, this around right here is where Pittsburgh is, and like they get in on some really heavy snow, and then that warm nose, that low pressure system is going to bring up some warm air almost too intensely, and it does look like on the backside of this storm, there will be a brief period of time where Pittsburgh gets rain and freezing rain, and that will wash away probably a lot of the snow total accumulations that they see there. And then also I completely have left out Michigan, southern Michigan, southeast Michigan. This is definitely going to be a snowstorm for you guys. If you live in Detroit, points south 100%, you're going to be in Snowtown. If you live in Detroit, points north, maybe Grand Rapids, like from Detroit, Grand Rapids, point north, I don't think you're going to get much snow from this in Michigan. But southern Michigan, southeast Michigan, definitely you're going to see a lot of snow. Upstate New York, you're going to see a ton of snow. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. And this is going to be an ice storm for North Jersey, central, eastern, and northeastern Pennsylvania. However, if you're in southeastern Pennsylvania, the ice might not be too much of a problem because the heaviest ice accumulations are going to occur in the evening. And then as we go into the overnight hours and early morning hours on Tuesday, that's going to switch over to rain, and a lot of those ice accumulations that do pop up will melt away thanks to that rain. I know you don't want rain, but you also don't want prolonged ice accumulations on your trees and power lines. Ice moves up into Massachusetts now, and then we've got heavy snow moving into Maine, Nova Scotia, and Ontario up here. And then we're pretty much done with this storm, guys, by Tuesday, February 16th at 5. And I do want to point out, if you're in Florida, if you're in this area down here, watch out for this squall line of thunderstorms tomorrow. There's also a little area of embedded, possibly very weak, maybe not even supercells, but some lone thunderstorms that work out here in southeastern Georgia. Look out in Florida tomorrow, though, on Monday from 12 a.m. through the 8 a.m. in the morning hours. Watch out for those storms as they come through, because a lot of times when these big lows come through and they cut to the north like this and they leave a trail of storms behind them, sometimes they can get a little wanky, a little funky down here in Florida whenever that happens, because that tilt is just right for some cyclonic rotation down there. So keep an eye out on the severe weather situation. But yeah, storms out of here by 4 p.m. on Tuesday. But you say, Ryan, it's out of here. What am I going to do then? Is there not going to be any more live streams? Is the weather going to be boring? Like, what's happening after this? Let me show you, son. Let me just show you something right here. Let's go to the Euro model. All right. Let's go to multi-parameter. And then let's zoom out. And let's look at the, hold on. Look at the whole country. United States. Okay. So our first storm, there it is, right? That's what she looks like on the Euro. The blue snow, the pink's going to be a mixture. Green's rain, obviously. And then here's what that looks like as it moves out of here. But look, we've got another Pacific Northwest system diving down. We've got our Arctic blast still squeezing storms down to the south. And we've literally got another almost identical storm moving in directly afterwards. This is Wednesday, February 17th at 4 a.m. We've got heavy snow now breaking out in Oklahoma and Texas. And look at this. It takes almost the exact same path as it goes north and east, with more ice and snow for Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe all the way up into Ohio. And so like we're looking for some of these areas right in through here. If no snow melts between the first storm and the second storm, which it shouldn't because we're going to have such cold temperatures, some of these areas can see over 2 feet within a week. 2 feet of snow. This is going to be a very memorable series of storms. And I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes when I'm looking at the models right here. Here's the GFS first storm, and then here's the second storm right after it. Just look at that, man. That right there is going to be a very significant storm for Michigan if it pans out that way. So it's not over, guys. After this first storm, it is not over. We are still dealing with it, okay? And I know you guys want to look at snowfall totals, so that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go back to the NAM 12-kilometer view. Let's see. By the way, the NAM sees that second storm too. But let's go back to right here, and let's look at snowfall totals. It's the storm that never ends. That's right. Okay, so this is snowfall totals according to the models on just the first storm. Let's zoom in so we can see those numbers. U.S. region central. Yeah, okay. So this is what the NAM is saying. Now, I do believe that these totals will come a little bit further south and east. I've been saying this all evening, guys. I do believe that there's a little bit more cold air available than what the models say, especially the NAM. You'll see on the Euro and on the GFS, these totals do come south and east because they're not as warm air bias as the NAM. But the NAM is more accurate. It's more high resolution. You can zoom in and you can see these little divots and pivots where, you know, it thinks that the snow's not going to fall and where the banding is going to set up. On the high resolution models, on the low resolution models, the Euro and the GFS, you can't see that kind of stuff. So it's important that we look at the NAM. But I do think that these totals are going to creep a little bit further south and east. Not much. But I think Nashville has a chance of seeing some decent snow. I think Northwest Mississippi has a chance of seeing some decent snow. I think that this heavier area of snow will creep further into southeastern Arkansas. Same thing with central Kentucky up here and central and eastern Ohio. So right now we're talking about 8 or 9 inches more than what we already have on the ground in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're talking about 4 to maybe 6 inches of snow more on the ground in Dallas. And then southeast of Dallas, this little tongue of precipitation will be interesting because this is going to happen when that cold air really rams that moisture into that boundary. And we see just a dynamic explosion of this storm right here. And it's saying that it's going to drop a lot of snow for this area. But down here in Houston, the NAM's not showing any snow at all. That's a possibility. Houston, I don't have an official forecast for you. It's really going to come down to a nowcasting thing. So if you're in Houston, just pay attention to the radar tonight because I don't know. I don't know if you're going to see 3 to 5 inches of snow like the Weather Channel is saying, or if you're going to see 0.1 inches of snow like the NAM is saying. Nobody knows right now. The system is too dynamic. And we don't have enough data yet, and we won't until that radar is showing exactly what's going on in Houston while it's going on. So I definitely think that there will be some accumulation going on in Houston, but I don't know how much yet. Let's go over to the east. This is showing 14, 15 inches for Indianapolis, 10 inches for Peoria. Evansville, Indiana is about a foot. Cincinnati's 10 inches. Louisville's 10 inches. Paducah's 10 inches. Memphis, Tennessee is 10 or 11 inches. Columbus, 8, 9 inches. Pittsburgh, 6, 7 inches. Upstate New York, north of Albany, we're over a foot. Southeast Michigan, Detroit, we're talking about, what are we talking about there? 16, 17 inches. Now, this is just the NAM. Let's take a look at the Euro. Look at that shift. The whole thing shifted southeast a little bit once we started looking at the Euro. And is this done? Okay, yes, it is. So, you know, those totals are now further into Kentucky, maybe reaching into the Frankfort, Georgetown area of Kentucky, but still Louisville's a foot. Cincinnati's 13.7 inches. It's Snowtown, baby, in Indianapolis through Dayton, Ohio, Columbus, all the way up into Northeast Tennessee, Eastern Missouri. I mean, look at all this snow, guys. It's going to be intense as we go forward. GFS has cut down the totals a little bit down here in Arkansas, but as you can see, it's still a little bit further south and east here than what the NAM was initially showing. But Pittsburgh, it doesn't look like you're going to be in as much as Snowtown with this new run of the GFS. But Detroit, it looks like Detroit, Indianapolis, and areas in northwestern Ohio are the winners here according to these new runs of the models. But let's go back to the NAM. 12-kilometer there, the 18Z. This one is the most, impressive as far as snow totals go. But like I said at the beginning of this live stream, a lot of times it can overdo moisture. So don't look at these numbers and take them too literally. If you see 16, 17 inches over your house on one of these models, and you see 6 inches on the next one, more than likely you'll be closer to that lower number. What you have to do when you look at forecast models is you look at all of them, you understand the biases and the problems with each model, and then you take an average, or you come up with a forecast based off of what's going on with the models. You also have to look at how they initialize. You have to look at, like, you know, did the NAM, whenever the NAM started rolling out, did it see that this high pressure up here in Minnesota was reading at a 1049 millibar low pressure system or high pressure system? Was it showing that? Because if it was, then it's probably right. But if it was showing it as just 5 millibars less or more because it was some bad reading or something, then it could be off by a lot, especially the further down in time you go. So we got to remember that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Twitter, see if we got any more ground pictures. Once again, guys, if you want to send me some stuff, you want to send me some stuff on Twitter, Ryan Hall y'all, at Ryan Hall y'all. Send it to me, son. Trevor Jones, West Tennessee, Dyersburg to be exact, before the main event. Yeah, Dyersburg, Tennessee, it's coming down there. Like I said, this is just the appetizer. You got more snow to come. From Oklahoma City here, we got a video there from Weather Watch. Looks like it's coming down pretty good there in Oklahoma City. 3 p.m. in York, Pennsylvania. The snow is melting. Oh no, it's going to go away even more, man, as we go further into the future. You're going to get a bunch of rain down there. Argyle, Texas. Argyle, Texas, or is that Argyle? I don't know how to say that. I'm going to say Argyle. Argyle, Texas, 3 inches and counting. And look at that. It's coming down good there in Texas. Is that close to Dallas? That has to be close to Dallas, right? Maybe further south. I don't know. Maybe it's closer to Waco. But look at that, guys. Thank you, Matthew White, for that. Houston, Mississippi, 45 minutes south of Tupelo. Yeah, we got that nice little skiff of snow down. It's going to pile up. It's going to keep on piling up. Let's see here. And then we're down here to Fields Tree Service. So that's all we've got right now. Once again, if you want to follow me on Twitter, guys, and send me some live storm reports from your location, I'll show them here on the stream. Follow at Ryan Hall, y'all. At Ryan Hall, y'all. Okay, now I'm reading the chat. It's time to read the chat. It's time to read the chat. Wait, first of all, before I do that, before I start reading the chat, I want to show you this. Where's that? There it is. Oh, because I know some of you guys are just now joining in and you haven't got to see this yet. I started off the stream by showing this image. Screenshot this, save this, because you will probably never see this, at least for another 10 years. I mean, it may be even be longer than that, but like this is one of the broadest areas of winter storm warnings I've ever seen. And this will honestly, it'll probably even extend on out into Maine later, and maybe even further to the south and east. But like this is absolutely insane. The scope of this storm, how many people this is affecting. Winter storm warnings for the entire state of Texas, the entire state of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, almost all of Tennessee, almost all of Kentucky, all of Ohio, Indiana, most of Illinois. I mean, like this is absolutely insane. The last time I saw anything even close to this was back in 2011 with the Groundhog's Day blizzard. And it wasn't even this. It wasn't even this much. And like, this is crazy. We've got winter storm warnings all the way down to the tip of Texas. That did not happen on Groundhog's Day in 2011. Refresh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit more watches and stuff up here to the north. So it's getting even more impressive as we go forward. So, all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read y'all's chats, because I have gotten so much super chats and stuff from you guys, and I don't want to leave you hanging. I know it's part of the fun is having your stuff read on the stream. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Let me pick up where I left off. Bryan, Texas, Louisville, 74%. Okay, so here we go. Summer Meager. I hope I'm saying your name right. Summer Meager super chatted $49.99. $49.99. That was super generous. Everybody in the chat right now, say thank you to Summer Meager because she paid for, or whoever it is, has paid for gas from St. Louis all the way to Kansas City, son. If you didn't know, all the membership funds and all the donations, all the super chats and everything that we get during the live stream is going towards my storm chasing endeavors this spring. This spring, I'm going to go out to Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, and I'm going to take a specially built truck out there, and we're going to get some insane footage of tornadoes and supercell thunderstorms. And even during the fall, we're going to do hurricane intercepts. And I can't do that without your help. I don't have the Weather Channel. I don't have AccuWeather sponsoring me. I don't have any corporate sponsorships. All I have is you. So with the super chats and the memberships and stuff, and out of my own pocket, together we can create literally the best storm-related footage and videos that anybody's ever seen. So yeah, thank you for Summer Meager for the $50. That's gas for a whole day. Joseph JC with the $2. Thank you so much. What's the news with the $5? Thank you so much. That's breakfast one day, son. That's a sausage biscuit from down there at the gas station. All right. I appreciate that. What's the news? He says, what do you think about Lexington, Indiana? Lexington, Indiana. That's confusing. Is that close to Lexington, Kentucky? I know where that is, but I don't. I will tell you this, the entire state of Indiana has a chance of seeing over a foot of snow. The closer you are to central Indiana, the higher that chance is. If you're in northwestern Indiana, we're talking about 6 to 10 inches, and the farther northwest you go, the closer to that 6-inch area you get. Now, if you're talking about southeastern Indiana, 6 to 10 inches, and the farther southeast you go, the less you could possibly get. So thank you for that, Joseph JC. I'm sorry, what's the news? Nick Ferdinand with the $60 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much. That also, that's a hotel for a night. The original plan was to sleep in the truck. But now I got me a hotel for a night. Thank you. Wow, dude. Seriously, thank you so much, Nick. For the $60 super chat. That was super generous. You've also done multiple other super chats, and you are a top tier member of the channel. So everybody say thank you very much to Nick Ferdinand for the super chat down there in the chat. I really do appreciate it, man. That was super generous, and that's absolutely amazing. And let's see here. Happy Guy super chatted $3.99. Thank you, Happy Guy. I hope you're really happy. I love it when people are happy. I hope you are as happy as your username suggests. David Schlotthauer. David Schlotthauer, our fellow YouTube weather person, has super chatted $9.99. He said, "What's up, Ryan Hall? You're very awesome, and I would like to know if we could collaborate soon. You are the best weather YouTuber out there, along with me. Please DM me on Discord." David, I will definitely be DMing you soon. Thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, I'm not the best weather person, dude. It's you. It's totally you. Okay. I think that you were one of the first channels I seen in this category, so you're doing a great job. And thank you for being here. And thank you for the super chat. That's Olive Garden. Actually, you know what? That's Chili's. I'm gonna go to Chili's and get me some of those little bitty tiny burgers. One night while I'm out there in Texas storm chasing on David Schlotthauer. Thank you so much, man. Catherine Riesel. I hope I'm saying that right. Super chatted $9.99. Thank you so much. That's what's that gonna be? I need to eat healthy, right? Man, what's healthy? That is a Clean Eats. Have you guys heard of the chain Clean Eats? That's what it'll be. I'm gonna get me a real nice chicken and vegetables and stuff from Clean Eats on Catherine Riesel on one day when I'm out chasing tornadoes I couldn't do it without you, Catherine. I really do appreciate that super chat. Hunter R, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. What do you think about Lancaster, Pennsylvania? Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Also, Roy Herman Kellerman has become an official weather weenie. He joined the channel. I don't know why, but it's not showing up for me when people join on my little module down here. So I thank you for everybody that's become a member. I'm going to give shout outs at the end of this stream. Thank you so much. If I haven't read off everybody's name, I really do apologize. But I'm going to talk about Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because Hunter R bought me Arby's on one day when I'm storm chasing. So that's southeastern Pennsylvania. So in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, what's going to happen for you? Let's look at the weather models, okay? I don't think you're going to get much snow. I really don't think you're going to get much snow at all in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I think that the NAM's showing nothing for you. The Euro is showing nothing for you. The GFS is showing zilch. And the Canadian is showing nothing. Freezing rain, that's where your issue is going to be there in Lancaster. I do think that Lancaster, Pennsylvania is going to get in on possibly 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain. It could be more though. The Euro is showing right there around 1/10 of an inch. The GFS is right there around 1/10 of an inch. Let's see what the NAM. The NAM is shifting everything a little bit south and east as far as the freezing rain goes. But it's still showing about the 1/10 of an inch for you. So that's nothing too much to worry about. It might be slick in the morning, but like whenever the freezing rain moves through, right after that, real rain's going to come in. It's going to wash everything away. It's going to melt. So don't worry too much there in Lancaster. But I do appreciate the super chat. Matt Benner, I saw that one. Matt Benner just became a high-risk member of the channel. That means that he's going to get access to super in-depth members-only live streams that happen once a week. He gets access to custom emojis in the chat. He gets a nice little lightning bolt next to his name, and he gets access to blooper reels, uncut, unreleased footage, and he gets a shout-out at the end of every single one of my videos. Thank you so much, Matt. I really do appreciate that so much. And one more super chat, and then I've got to move on. I got to talk about the weather. Matthew Lenomas has super chatted $5. What do you think about Kansas City, Missouri over the next 2 or so storms? Just subbed yesterday. I love your vids and great personality. Thank you, sir. Well, I appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. Thank you so much. Kansas City, Missouri over the next 2 or so storms. Let's go back to the snowfall, because I do think you'll be closer to, getting the snow. I don't think it'll be anything crazy, especially not with this first storm. The NAM is showing most of that heavier precipitation staying off to your east. The Euro does show a little bit of snow for Kansas, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. Yeah, same thing here. Now, the Canadian has like 2 or 3 inches showing up for you here. So that's a possibility, but look at how broad, look how wide the precipitation shield here is on the Canadian. That could be overdone. Justin Quantrell just became a high-risk member. Thank you so much. Roy Herman Kellerman upgraded his membership to a high-risker. Wow. Thank you guys so much. You're not going to regret it. Make sure also, if you are a member of the channel, or even if you're not a member of the channel, make sure you join our Discord server. We have a Discord server, and if you're a member, we have our own little members-only VIP section, and it's really cool. So make sure you join that. If one of our mods can post the link to our Discord server in the chat right now, I would appreciate it if everybody joined. It's a nice happening place full of all kinds of weather enthusiasts. So yeah, Kansas City. Not looking like much snow from this first storm, and the second one looks like it's going to miss you to the south as well. So even through both of these storms, the NAM, the Canadian, the GFS, they all don't show much snow for the Kansas City area. What's happening here, and the reason this is happening, is because we have so much cold air coming down, squeezing this storm, and it's suppressing it to the south. All right, and whenever that happens, a lot of times that what's it called? The precipitation shield can't go as far back. A lot of times whenever we have a snowstorm like this, especially of this caliber, we'll have a big old area, a calm ahead precipitation shield with an area of storms that goes all the way down to Mexico. And that's what's happening here. But our calm ahead, our northwestern area of the precipitation shield will be subdued a little bit just because of the intense gang of high pressure systems we have up north in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. And that's really going to ruin your chances in Kansas City of seeing any real snow from this. So I appreciate the super chat, but I don't think you're going to be in Snowtown anytime soon. Stephanie Newman just upgraded her membership to a higher risker. Wow. You guys are just absolutely blowing it up tonight. This has definitely been the most incredible live stream I've ever done. We're at 1,400 viewers right now. Remember, guys, if we can get to 2,000, we're doing a giveaway. I'm gonna give away something to somebody in here that really, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be worth money. Like, the thing that I'm giving away is worth money. So, like, why not share this on Facebook and let's try to get up to 2,000 viewers? Okay. I mean, why not? Man, I would love to see some more videos and stuff from Dallas. It's got to be coming down really good there around Dallas, down to Palmer, all the way down into Waco, Texas. It is coming down in that area. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. I spent a long time talking to our members and our people who super chatted, but now I want to show some love to some people who can't super chat. I understand that not everybody can send a super chat. I understand that not everybody can become a member. I completely understand that, and you are not expected to. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking at the live chat right now. Drop your location, drop where you live in the chat right now. I'm going to pick some random ones, and I'm going to tell you what to expect tonight into tomorrow with this first storm. Remember, I won't be able to read everybody's chat. It's getting ready to go absolutely insane. But I will try to pick out 3 or 4 of you guys and give you a detailed forecast, as long as I haven't already talked about it today. Woo. Keep putting those locations in there. I'm taking some mental notes, and I'm actually writing them down right now. I see you. I see your chats. It's going fast, but I'm typing down some notes. What am I going to talk about? All right. That's a good one. Cincinnati. Chicago. I haven't talked about Chicago. Okay. Very nice. Pittsburgh. One more. Oh my goodness. It's really hard to see. It's really hard to keep up with the chat right now. Oh man. And okay, so let's start off with Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama, okay? Get right into that. Now, Mobile, Alabama, you down here, you're right next to Florida. This area down here, I don't expect wintry precipitation to be a problem at all down here. However, tomorrow, as that low pressure system really cranks off to the north and east, I do expect for some thunderstorms to happen here in Mobile. Also, watch out for some extremely heavy rain. I believe this area is either under a flash flood watch, or they were under a flash flood watch not too long ago. Yeah, it's moist in this area. Okay, so watch out for the possibility for some heavy rain and some flooding down there. Now, just to your north and east, literally just to your north and east, there is a possibility for some ice to mix in, and it could be pretty significant as you get into southern Mississippi and eastern Louisiana. So keep an eye out. If these cold air temperatures creep a little bit further to the south and east, you could be dealing with a little bit of ice, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would worry mainly about the snow. Okay. And let's see here. I'm looking at the chat. Cincinnati. Let's talk about Cincinnati. Gotta love Cincinnati, right? Everybody's been to that airport, right? Everybody has been to that airport, I believe. If not Cincinnati, then definitely Atlanta. But Cincinnati, you guys are currently dealing with nothing. However, watch out to your west here. This area of precipitation is going to continue to expand and elongate, and you're going to get the first punch of this snowstorm tonight at around, probably midnight to 3 a.m. is when the first flakes are going to start flying, and it's going to gradually get colder. And the snow's really going to start piling up tomorrow around 4. Let's take a look at the weather models around Cincinnati, and let's really zoom into Kentucky there. So let me do that now. Give me just a second, guys. Bear with me. So this is the total snowfall according to the Euro for both storms. For one storm, we're talking about 13 inches possibly in Cincinnati. Wouldn't you love to see that? Let's go now to the NAM 12 kilometer, and let's look at the precipitation. Okay, so as I was saying, around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. tonight, that's when the snow really starts. This is what the radar should look like around 4 a.m. tonight, and the snow is not going to stop. 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and then around 1 p.m., look at this. 1 p.m., 4 p.m., Cincinnati is getting hammered, absolutely hammered with snow tomorrow at 4 p.m. And just to the south, they're dealing with sleet and freezing rain into eastern Kentucky, down into Moorhead, the Ashland area, the Huntington, West Virginia area. 4 p.m. tomorrow, you're looking at freezing rain. But the Cincinnati area is just absolutely getting drilled with snow. And then that moves out of here completely by 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Now, let's look at that snow. Let's look at that snowfall total. There we go. The NAM is showing about 10 inches of snow. Okay. And the Euro is showing about 13 inches. The GFS is showing about 10 inches. And the Canadian is showing about 10 inches. My personal forecast for Cincinnati would be 6 to 10 inches of snow, with an emphasis probably closer to the 10-inch range. Okay. It's very likely that you may only get 6 inches of snow. But the reason I think you're going to be closer to that 10-inch range is because all this is going to move to the southeast. This model is too warm air biased. All this stuff is going to shift to the southeast by about 25 miles. And if you get under that right band, and I think there's a good chance that you will, you'll see 10 inches of snow. And it's very possible that you see more than that. But my conservative forecast is going to be 6 to 10 inches of snow for Cincinnati. Okay, I'm not done. I know you guys are getting upset because I'm not talking about your city, but there's a bunch of people in here, okay? I can't talk about everybody. Up next, let's do Chicago. A bunch of people in here talking about Chicago. So Chicago should be seeing a little bit of snow right now, especially if you're on the northwest side. Once again, this area of precipitation is going to continue to expand and get bigger. As you can see, it keeps filling in. We've got a little bit more snow popping up here in northern Missouri. We got a little bit more snow popping up now in down in southern Missouri, over here in Kansas. This is going to continue to fill in, and it's going to just come over Chicago for the rest of the night. It's going to be light. It's not going to be heavy snow. It's going to be light to moderate snow, but it's cold enough up there that it's going to accumulate. Let's look at the weather models now. And let me pull this up. Let's go over to Illinois. Is that the best way to look at it? Yes, it is. And let's take a look at the weather models. The Canadians saying you're going to get 15 inches of snow. That's just one forecast, buddy. Don't take that to heart. All right. Let's look at the NAM 3 kilometer. And let's put this into motion. Let's look at what the radar could look like as we go into the future. And let's do it. All right, here we go. So once again, this little band of precipitation right here, for some reason, the NAM doesn't see it. It just says it disappears right here and it pops back up over the lake. No, it's going to be snowing very consistently all night. This will be a one big solid precipitation shield as it continues to fill up together. But once again, it's not going to be heavy. Maybe it's just the NAM just says it's not heavy enough precipitation for me to care about it, so it doesn't show it. But the heavier precipitation does start moving into the area at 12 a.m. midnight tonight. And then look at this little band of lake effect snow coming off there. Like I said, that's going to affect mostly southern areas, but it does look like there might be a little chance for it to come off. Look at that. Yeah. So it's affecting the southern and southeastern areas, like I said, heavily in the beginning. But as the storm moves by, the direction of that band does go to the south and west. So, okay, I'm seeing it now. I see the possibility there for Chicago to get a heaping helping of snow. Being the national weatherman, talking about every area of the United States, I haven't had time to really look at the intricacies of this setup for the Chicago area. And I'm just now seeing the possibility for that low pressure system to interact with those winds off the lake and really cause some a really thin but potent band of lake enhanced snow there for Chicago. Especially watch when the precipitation shield really comes over around 8 p.m. tomorrow. It goes all the way down much further south than Chicago here. So that'll be something really interesting to watch for. That'll be something that we will definitely be nowcasting and looking at live on the radar while it's happening. So yeah, Chicago, now that I see that and the possibility for that, your totals could definitely be much higher than your counterparts just to your west and just to your south and east. So yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the upper level and the surface transition. There's going to be a lot of shear in the atmosphere because, you know, when the low pressure system is off to your east, normally you're talking about winds that come down like this. You know what I mean? You're talking about winds in this direction. But we do have a multi-layer dynamic system that's going to have surface winds that are coming off like this and possibly bringing that moisture with it. So very interesting there. And let's look at snow totals for winter weather and Kuchera. Yeah, that's showing 13-14 inches possible in Chicago. Let's look at the Euro. It's a little bit more conservative with 7 or 8 inches. And then the Canadian, yeah, 15 inches. GFS, yeah. So the GFS, all these, even the low resolution models are seeing this band of lake effect snow showers coming off the lake here. So definitely going to have to keep a lookout on that. Now, here's my forecast for the Chicago area. Now, this is a big area. The Chicago area, most of you guys can expect 3 to 6 inches of snow. However, if you get under that right band, like you saw how thin that was on the NAM. If you get under that right band and it stays over you for long enough, you can see well over a foot of snow. There will be probably parts of Chicago that have 6 inches of snow on the ground, and then, you know, just like 20 miles to the north and west, they have 12 inches, 13 inches of snow on the ground. Going to be a nowcasting event. But like, just to play it safe, just let's say this narrow band of snow misses you. Or it only stays over you for a short period of time. 3 to 6 inches of snow is my conservative forecast for the Chicago area, with possibly 6 to 8 inches of additional snow if you get under that lake enhanced band of snow, especially when the main precipitation shield is going over the area. Okay. This is fun. All right, so that was Chicago. I also wrote down Pittsburgh. A lot of people was talking about Pittsburgh. Currently in Pittsburgh, a big old bowl of nothing is going on right now in Pittsburgh. But it does look like you guys are going to start off as snow for this storm. And we can take a look at that on the weather models. Unfortunately, I don't believe this is going to be a huge storm for Pittsburgh like it initially looked like it was going to be. This looks like it's probably going to be a rain and a freezing rain event for much of Pittsburgh. As you can see here, the GFS says no snow. Oops, sorry. The GFS says no snow, maybe a slight trace of snow. It's a different story with that second storm that comes in, but like with this first one, we're not talking about much snow at all. And then let's see here. What else is this? The Euro moves it a little bit further south and east, and it's showing Pittsburgh may get in the, the 3-inch range there. The GFS 3 to 5 inches, and then the latest NAM. The latest NAM is okay. It brings down a little area of 5 or 6, 7 inches of snow into Pittsburgh. So very interesting stuff going on in the Pittsburgh area. It's going to be close. Like I've said all night, though, my personal forecast is that the models aren't handling the cold air advection as well as they could. So I do believe that these totals are going to go to the south and east a little bit further than what the models are showing. However, I'm less confident in that happening in the Northeast. I'm more confident in that happening around Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, especially down south into Mississippi. I'm more confident in that happening there because there's like a bowling ball. There's a neutral vorticity max of energy that's moving east, and that's what's bringing down that, the Arctic air with it. There's literally just a big bowling ball, an upper level swinging area that's moving through, that's controlling that cold air, and it's really bringing it down. That's why it's 0 degrees in much of Oklahoma right now. That's why it's 2 degrees in parts of Arkansas. That cold air is being underestimated by the models. That specific air mass isn't involved with this part of the storm up here. So even though I do believe that these totals will trend a little bit further to the south and east, I'm talking about 5 to 10 miles. So I'm not talking about 25 to 30 miles like I'm talking about on the other side. So Pittsburgh, 1 to 3 inches. But I do think there is a chance for you guys to see some pretty significant freezing rain. Unfortunately, if you're in Pittsburgh, the NAM is showing about a 1/4 inch. The Euro is showing, once again, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. The GFS is showing a little bit over 1/4 inch. So if you get over 1/4 inch of freezing rain, travel will be treacherous, and even power outages are possible at that point. So Pittsburgh, I'm sorry. This doesn't look like a giant snowstorm for you anymore. This has trended west since yesterday. Now what do we got to do is we got to look at Charleston, West Virginia. Charleston, West Virginia. Let's do that now. And let's take a look at the weather models. As you can see, I think you pretty much know that nothing's going on right now. Let's show the weather models. Charleston looks like 1/4 inch of ice is very possible. The latest NAM is showing, once again, about 1/4 inch of ice. I don't think much snow is possible for you guys. It's going to be a mostly rain and freezing rain event. So watch out for the freezing rain. I do believe that Charleston, you're right, where that warm nose is going to come up. So like there's going to be ice accumulation, and then eventually just plain old rain's going to move in and wash everything away. So Charleston, sorry, but not a lot of really fun action going on there. Just maybe some dangerous road conditions with that ice that's falling. Okay, that was fun. I think we covered some big ground there. And that won't be the last time I do that, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, give me just a second. I gotta get me another drink, man. I'm parched up in here. I'm parched. Give me just a second, okay? I'll be right back. All right. I'm refreshed. Let's get a radar update. Our storm is really coming together. Now, down here in southeastern Texas, It's really coming together down here. North of Houston. Looks like it may be snowing already in Houston. Is that true? Can anybody confirm that? At Gaming Kid, thank you for becoming a high-risk member. I appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, this is really starting to come together now. The more tightly packed these snow showers and freezing rain showers become over the next couple hours is greatly going to determine how much snow is received in northeastern Louisiana, Arkansas, northwest Mississippi, into Tennessee. So we got to keep a close eye on that. It's still snowing hard in Dallas. Let's see if we got anything else on Twitter. Once again, guys, follow me on Twitter. And if you live somewhere where something interesting is happening with the weather, send me a picture. I will share it live here on the stream. Show browser. There we go. SPC Huntsville. Got ice on the roof in Hazel Green, Alabama. Thank you for that. In Bastrop, Texas, east of Austin. Thank you for your reports. Made in Texas. Thank you for this. It looks like it's snowing there. Look at that dog. Oh. And then here's a picture from, where do you say, just east of Austin? And it's coming down. It's coming down in Bonham, Texas. It's crazy here. Ethan, thank you for that report. Really do appreciate that. We've got all kinds of good reports coming in now from our people on Twitter. Make sure you follow me at Ryan Hall, y'all. And yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pump it up. All right, guys. Here's what we're going to do. I know we never reached 2,000 followers or 2,000 viewers. But it's still possible. We can still do it. Share this on Facebook. Share this on Twitter. Share this on TikTok. Share it on Instagram. Share it everywhere, son. Because I'm sure you guys want to do another giveaway. We had fun with the last giveaway, right? Guys, I've talked about Ohio like 700 times today. Don't say I haven't talked about Ohio. Why is the chat box not working? What? Oh no. Y'all's chats are supposed to be popping up on the side. Ah. All right, guys. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a giveaway anyways. This has been an incredible live stream. It's not over yet. But I need a break from just talking about the weather and weather models, inches, NAM, GFS, Euro, but I need a break. So we're doing a giveaway. Here's what we're going to do. Membership on this channel, right? A lot of people are becoming members. It's a monthly due, right? So it's like $5 a month for the lowest tier. How about this? 5 months free membership to this channel. You get access to all the cool stuff, the members only live streams. You get access to custom emotes. You get access to the lightning bolt next to your name. You get access to all kinds of awesome stuff. 100% for free. How's that sound for a giveaway, guys? You interested in that? Are we interested in a giveaway? Free membership to the Ryan Hall Y'all channel. If you're already a member, you can get an additional month on top of what you've already got. Does that sound good to you? Yes? 5 months. All right, here we go. That's what we're doing then. But you got to pump it up. You got to be more excited in the chat. Come on. Come on. I'm not doing it unless you guys can get more excited than what you are right now. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. The chat's moving so slow. Are you kidding me? I'm so upset that the chat box isn't working. Giveaway time. Okay, here's what you got to do in order to be eligible to win this giveaway. This giveaway worth a total of $25. 5 months of free memberships on the best weather channel on the whole damn YouTube. I'm getting carried away, sorry. All you got to do is type something in the chat. You can type anything you want. You can say hi. You can say hello. You can say one. You can say whatever you want to say. And you will be entered to win. You do it now. Do it now. Type it in the chat now. I see you, Stephanie Newman. I see you, Glenda Marie. I see you, David Newton, Keith Denman. I see you, Gaming Kid. I see you, Daniel Kaiser, Jaso Lit, Zachary Hutchinson. Oh my God, it's going by so fast. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And now, I want to give you guys just a couple more minutes here. Couple more minutes. Get them entries in, son. Free membership to the channel for 5 months. You get all the cool perks. You get all the wonderful extra stuff. You get your emotes. You get all that. It's totally worth it. Type something. I'm giving you 30 seconds. It's important that you don't spam. Now, we don't want no spam. You get banned and you're disqualified if you spam. Is everybody in? Is everybody in, really? We've got 200 people that have entered. Is that all? Is that really? Like, if you're watching this on your TV, just pull out your phone. Just pull out your phone, type something in the chat. If you don't have an account, make one and subscribe. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. You guys don't want free stuff? I mean, what? If you watch the actual Weather Channel on TV, when do you ever get free stuff? I mean, this is groundbreaking weather coverage right here. Oh, boy. All right, now we're getting there. All right. 3, 2, 1, pump it up. Here we go. I'm picking the winner right now. And then we got to get back to covering the weather because that's what we are here to do. I see you. We got 222 eligible users. You only got like 3 seconds before I hit the button. I'm getting ready to hit the button right now. Here we go. Who's going to be the winner? Let's see some excitement in the chat. Let's go. And congratulations, Christopher Ho. I think I said your name right. Christopher Hohe. Thank you so much for entering to win, and you have won 5 months of a membership on the best weather channel on YouTube. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Christopher, he typed something in the chat. It says here that you're not subscribed, so that's a big no-no. You're gonna have to subscribe before I deliver. I'm just saying, okay? My stream, my rules. So make sure you subscribe, and then I will be in touch with you very soon, okay? So I'm gonna open your profile link over here, and I will be, or somebody on my team will be in touch with you, Half-Life, if you're in here. If you can figure this out for me, make sure you get his email address. And Christopher, I'm gonna send you a gift card, a YouTube gift card for $25 that you hopefully use on my channel. I mean, I'd hope you wouldn't just spend it on somebody else's channel. I mean, Lord goodness. You know what I'm saying? But Christopher, everybody say congratulations, Christopher, on being the newest member of the channel. If you didn't just win that giveaway, you can still become a member. There's a link in the description. And there's a button next to the subscribe button that says join. And if you join for as little as $5 a month, you can help me keep my beard. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I'd have to shave it and put on makeup and go work for some TV weather company and be like, hello, my name is Ryan Hall with your local on the 8's forecast. As you can see, wear your sweaters and bring your umbrellas tomorrow because it's gonna get a little bit I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even do it. But like, I don't want to be your traditional weatherman. You know what I'm saying? I can't say on the Weather Channel, if I was working for them, I can't be like, all right, guys, let's pump it up. I can't do this. All right. All right. So let's get back into talking about the weather. We had some fun there. Congratulations, Christopher. And thank you, Charles, for becoming a high-risk member. I see you. Thank you, Nicky Nick, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Catherine Reisel, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Gaming Kid, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Schwick, 1735. Thank you, Natalie Alexo, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Bass Fishing for Life, for the $5 super chat. Heavy snow coming down in St. Louis, Missouri, half an inch already down, and it is Snowtown, baby. Yeah, St. Louis is getting the snow. Our buddy Bass Fish for Life is over here just living the life in Snowtown in St. Louis there. More snow bands will form to your south and to your east, so do not worry about the looks of this. It looks like it's moving out, but more snow will form up there. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on with all this right now. I'm getting ready to hop back into getting serious and talking about the weather again, but I needed my break there to just goof off for a little bit. Once again, can't do that on the Weather Channel. This is the only Weather Channel you can do that on. It's the calm before the storm in Kentucky. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to talk about the weather? It's currently 8:30 p.m. My name is Ryan Hall, y'all, and we are tracking a major winter storm that's working through Texas right now, working into Oklahoma, southeastern Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee is getting ready to get in on some really heavy snow. All kinds of crazy stuff going on right now. As you can see, as we take a look at the national view of the radar, snow showers reaching as far north as Midland, Wisconsin, all the way up into Ontario, like way up into Canada. here. Well, we're dealing with this storm, and as I was saying earlier, this area, this precipitation shield, is going to continue to intensify as we go into the evening hours, and we'll have a really solid block of light to moderate snow showers that train over this area before our main area of snow showers come through later today. Dallas, Texas right now is seeing extremely heavy snow. If we got anybody in Dallas, please send me a picture, send me a video, send me anything you want to send me to my Twitter at Ryan Hall, y'all, and I will share it here on the stream. But Dallas, it looks like it's coming down good there. We've got some heavy snow bands all along the I-20 corridor, the I-45 corridor, all the way down to Waco, Texas on Interstate 35. And then that starts turning into freezing rain in the southern areas of I-45 north of Houston, between Houston and Mexia, near the Bryan, Tennessee area. Looks like we've got some heavy freezing rain going on near Huntsville. And then in Houston, according to the WSV3 radar that we're looking at right here, it looks like it's snowing in Houston right now. Can we confirm that? Can I get a 10-4 on that? Do we have anybody in the chat that is in Houston that can confirm whether or not it's snowing? Michelle Crowley, thank you so much for becoming a Slight Risk member. I really do appreciate it so much. And then look at all this. This moisture right here that's coming up is going to converge with this area right here. This right here is the main area of precipitation that we need to be looking at, really, because this is associated with our low pressure system as it's swinging through. It's like digging a trough across the southern part of the United States. This right here is going to slam into our boundary, and there's just going to be an explosion, a literal explosion of precipitation and freezing rain and snow here in southeastern Texas as we go into the next couple of hours. And that's what's going to form our precipitation shield that's going to carry up into Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and then into Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, all the way up into Michigan and upstate New York, and so on and so forth. So we can take a closer look at that on the weather models. Okay, first of all, let me zoom in here to Nashville. I know we got some people in this area near Tupelo, Mississippi. It's pouring. It is absolutely pouring the snow or sleet or freezing rain there. That a lot of these heavier snow showers are moving into northwestern Alabama, which was unexpected. This is already a little bit further south and east than any model has shown with these first punch snow showers that are coming through. Haleyville, you're getting ready to get in on some pretty heavy snow showers. Florence, possibly even as far east as Hartselle and Huntsville, Alabama up here. So these right here are going to train over the same areas and possibly put down a quick coating to an inch of snow and maybe a little bit of freezing rain on top of that for people in Alabama. But look, it's getting heavy up here in central Tennessee. Nashville, if you can get this big blob of snow to slide through the city, just like it did through Boonville down there in Mississippi, you're seeing a quick couple inches of snow accumulate right off the bat. As long as we can keep that warm air, that boundary right around here, you're going to be in the all snow area, and we're talking about an incredible amount of snow coming down pretty fast. And this will probably be your best chance of seeing real accumulating snows for this whole storm system, because whenever the secondary induction of moisture happens, when that low pressure system starts to crank up the Appalachian Mountains, you're going to be closer to that warm sector. So we'll watch these snow showers closely as they come up through, because that's going to be one of your best shots. We got the heavier snow showers now working into the I-55 corridor in eastern Mississippi, all the way down into Sikeston. That's going to be moving into Paducah, Kentucky within an hour or two. And then St. Louis, once again, St. Louis is really getting in on the snow showers. And we were just looking at the radar not too long ago and talking about how it looked like it was moving out. But look, we've got more snow showers forming over here, and they will continue to do so in St. Louis. You're going to be in Snowtown for the next 12 hours. It's going to be snowing, and I don't think it's going to be letting up anytime soon. And then Chicago is dealing with a little bit of snow, northern Illinois, and then all the way up into Grand Rapids and Midland, Wisconsin, we're dealing with snow. And this is all associated with one storm, guys. This is a huge storm. This precipitation shield right here is just absolutely going crazy. As we go further into the evening. We've been streaming now for 2 hours and 32 minutes, and just in that time, we've watched this storm evolve so much. It's already coming together. It's already getting more exciting, and we're already looking at potentially some overperforming areas where some people are going to get more snow than we ever thought that we could. So yeah, I want to show you guys this as well. I want to, because I know there are some people that are just now joining in. This image is absolutely insane. This is the current watch warnings and advisories for the whole United States. And as a weather nerd, I can't get over this image. Like, this is absolutely insane. Almost the entire state of Texas is under a winter storm warning. Almost the entire state of Oklahoma is under a winter storm warning. The entire state of Arkansas is under a winter storm warning. The entire state of Ohio is under a winter storm warning. And even most of the states of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Pennsylvania. Like, this is crazy. And I do believe that there will be some extension of these winter storm warnings into southeastern Michigan. I think that they would be absolutely insane. The National Weather Service up there would be asleep if they didn't go ahead and issue a winter storm warning for areas around Detroit, especially Detroit points south. So that's going to be expanded. But this is one of the craziest images you'll ever see in the weather world. Much of the country, a large section of the country, is under a winter storm warning due to one storm. Last time I saw anything close to this happen was in February of 2011 with the Groundhog's Day blizzard. So absolutely crazy to see. And yeah, make sure you screenshot this. Make sure you save it, because it'll be a while before we see anything like this again. Jarek Burke, hey man, thank you so much for stopping in. I actually got to see your super chat there because the chat's kind of trying to slow down a little bit. He said, congrats on 20K. Keep up the hard work. Love you, G. I love you too, Jarek. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me. It's awesome. Okay. Let's look at the weather models now. You guys want to look at the weather models? Of course you do. Of course you do, because you want to see how much snow you're going to get. Let's start off in the central region of the United States. Getting a little tired. I gotta lean back. Let's start off in the central region of the United States, and U.S. regions, central, and we're gonna start off by looking at the 18Z NAM. We don't have any 0Z data yet, so let me find what I'm looking for here. Just 1 second, guys. Bear with me. And we're gonna look at the 3 kilometer NAM. There we go. So this is kind of like a simulated radar of what the radar is going to look like as we go further into the future. This is the current time right here. Okay. So this is about what the radar looks like right now. Now I'm going to play this forward and we're going to watch what's going to happen in the future. This area right here, for some reason, the NAM doesn't see this filling in with more precipitation, even though we can look over at the radar right now and see that is definitely what's happening. Like, it is definitely filling in, right? So don't pay too much attention to that. We're mainly focused on this down here, all right? Watch this area of extremely heavy precipitation as it slams into our boundary. A low pressure system is going to form, and we are going to be talking about an explosive precipitation shield that happens here. Watch, it just lights up all the way from southwestern Texas, and then all the way up through into Michigan right here. It just lights up big time. Something is wrong with my mouse. You see how it's like just jerking around all over the place? I just ran it to death today. Okay, I think I fixed it. I need my smooth circles. This is the Ryan Hall signature right here. I've got to be fast with my arrows and with my I can't be having sloppy lines now. Okay, anyways, 11 p.m. We're talking about heavy snow now working into southeastern Texas, and watch as it combines, as it collides with our boundary down there. Oh my God, it just blows up. We're talking about some extremely heavy snow in eastern Texas here at 4 a.m. in the morning. This right here, that little area where the really dark blues are, if you live there, make sure you're up at 4 a.m. to take a video of that, because you won't see that for a very long time. It's going to be falling out of the sky in buckets, and it's going to be sticking and piling up fast, okay? So, let's see here. And then we've got freezing rain in Houston, in the Bryan area, and we got a lot of freezing rain all the way through Louisiana. And then that heavy snow does work off to the east, and around 10 a.m. on Monday, we're dealing with heavy snow across the entire state of Arkansas. We're dealing with heavy freezing rain and sleet across almost the entire state of Mississippi. And then that heavy snow is working into western Tennessee now, western Kentucky. And then look, Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Kentucky, 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's absolutely coming down like a incredible snow town at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Look at this precipitation shield. It goes all the way back into Missouri. That's why I think St. Louis, you're going to be one of the best candidates for Snowtown, because you're just going to have such a long, prolonged period of time where it's snowing there. You won't get the heaviest snow, but you will get the longest period of time where you're covered in some sort of snow band. So, yeah, let's now switch over to the east. Watch our ice here as it moves into central Kentucky, central Tennessee. This is going to become a problem here, especially, you know, from about right here to right here, anywhere in between there. If you see ice over your area, get prepared now for the potential for a damaging ice storm, because this could cause some problems. Just over a ½ inch of ice with our gusty winds that we're going to be having could cause widespread power outages that last 3 to 5 days or more. Additionally, treacherous travel conditions and widespread trees falling down, which could also block roads and cause problems with travel and stuff. And look at that heavy snow as it moves into India. India. Did I just say India? Lord goodness, son. Indiana. Indianapolis here, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Louisville, pretty much the triangle area from Louisville to Columbus, Ohio, to Indiana. Indianapolis tomorrow. There's going to be an area through here that's just receiving incredibly heavy snow between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. tomorrow. Get ready for that. Stop making fun of me in the chat. So, anyways, the heavy snow then works into northeastern Ohio. So Columbus, from Dayton to Zanesville, all the way up into northeastern Ohio, you're all snow for this. 8 p.m. and then around 11 p.m., Columbus switches over to sleet, and then Pittsburgh is switching over to sleet, and that heavy snow is remaining in northeastern Ohio, and then it kind of jumps up into upstate New York here, all the way into Vermont and Maine. And look at that ice and freezing rain in southern, south central Pennsylvania, northern Jersey, and then Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. If you're up here in this region and you see the ice, I wouldn't be too concerned about it, honestly. You're obviously going to get an ice storm. There will be a short period of time, especially if you get under a heavy band of rain with below freezing surface temperatures. There will be a short period of time where ice will accumulate. However, it's going to warm up pretty quickly, and then regular rain is going to come in and just wipe away any accumulation that you get from this ice. So the places you need to worry most about the ice are going to be from Mississippi up through Kentucky, right in that area right there. And then everybody to the north of that is dealing with sleet and snow, and everybody to the south of that is dealing with rain. So that's what the radar could look like as we go forward. Once again, I do want to mention, if you live in Ohio, if you live in southeastern Michigan, if you live in India, I did it again. What the heck? If you live in Indiana, if you live in Illinois, and you know, tomorrow at 5 a.m. you wake up and there's some snow on the ground, and you're like, yes, baby, I'm in Snowtown, baby. And then all of a sudden we get to 9 a.m. and it stops snowing, and you're like, oh my God, Ryan Hall lied to me. He said I was going to be in Snowtown. He said we was going to have intermittent blizzard conditions. And I tell you what, the sky's clearing up and it ain't hardly even snowing. Don't worry, okay? At 9 a.m. tomorrow, there may be a break where there's a period of lighter snow. But what's going to happen is 11 a.m., 12 p.m., right after noon, this heavy area of snow is just going to come in and it's going to slap you upside the face, all right? You ain't going to be ready for it unless you're ready for it. So get ready in Louisville, get ready in Columbus, Dayton, get ready in most of Ohio. I see people talking about Ohio in the chat. I have talked about Ohio extensively throughout this live stream. Okay? I don't know why you guys think I haven't talked about Ohio, but I have. But like in this area right here, there's going to be extremely heavy snow as we go into it'll be out of there. The heaviest snow will be out of there by 11 p.m. tomorrow, but the light snow will stick around all the way through 4 a.m., 5 a.m. the next day. This looks like to be the winner right here. This area seems to be like that's going to be the winning area for the most snow as we get into the rest of the storm. So now let's look at snowfall totals. And let's do that now. As you can see, it's Snowtown, baby, in Paducah, Kentucky. It's Snowtown, baby, in Evansville, Indiana, in Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati. We're talking about Columbus being right in that 6-7 inch range. We're talking about Xenia, Ohio. We're talking about Detroit, Michigan, Snowtown, baby. We're talking about South Bend, Indiana, Indianapolis. We're talking about Peoria, Illinois, Bloomington, Illinois, Chicago. We're talking about St. Louis. All these places are very likely going to see 10 inches of snow, if not more. Very likely. I think Indiana, Detroit, out of everywhere I just mentioned, I think you guys have the best chance of getting over a foot of snow. And then we do have to look at the freezing rain totals. Whoa, that's wrong. Oh, okay, so the 0Z NAM just started rolling. So if you just now tuned in, do not leave. I am not ending this live stream until the 0Z data is complete. So we have the 0Z suite of data coming in now, and the 0Z NAM is just now starting to roll. Once we get that, once we see what that looks like, we're going to be able to lock it in 100% on what kind of snow we're going to see for every area. So stay tuned to this live stream. We're going to watch the 0Z NAM roll out together. But for now, we're going to look at the 18Z NAM, and we're going to look at those ice accumulations. Once again, the heaviest areas of ice will happen right through here because they will fall, they will accumulate, and then they won't melt. So Central Kentucky, Richmond, Berea, Nashville, Tennessee, Northwestern Alabama, Eastern Mississippi, I think Biloxi, Mississippi. But up here, I do think that these ice totals are going to be less significant, and I think they're going to melt very quickly. So ice storm warning from Ashland, Kentucky, all the way down into central Mississippi. Otherwise, it is a rainstorm for you if you're south of that. Now, let's take a look at the 18Z Euro. And I saw somebody mention that they wanted to see the progression of both storms. Actually, we'll have to look at the GFS for that. So, just in case you were wondering, this storm, this historic storm, this major winter storm that we're talking about right now, this is not the end. This is not the storm. A lot of times, at the end of the season in February or March, we'll have a big blockbuster winter storm, and then that kind of opens the doors for spring, right? Nope. Not this storm. Check this out. This is the GFS. Watch me put this into motion, okay? So this is our current storm that we're dealing with right now. It moves through and it brings a bunch of snow to Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, Kentucky. It brings snow to all those areas. I hope I didn't leave out any states. But what happens? It moves out, right? It's completely out of here almost by Tuesday, February 16th at 7 p.m. And watch what happens here. We've got another storm forming up to the north and west, the Pacific Northwest, the Pacific jet stream. It's just unloading. Like all the water in the Pacific Ocean is just lifted up into the sky and it's falling down on the United States. Almost. And then as we put that further into motion, look, another storm is forming here in Oklahoma with some moderate to heavy snow showers at 4 a.m. on Wednesday, February 17th. Tuesday, our first storm ends. Wednesday, our next one starts up. And once again, heavy freezing rain, possibly sleet all the way down as far south as Houston, Texas. And then, yes, we are looking at the potential for some places in Oklahoma, as long as none of this first snow melts, to get 15, 16 inches of snow, maybe even more than that. 2 feet? 2 feet? That's the thumbnail and title of my next video. 2 feet of snow? Is that good clickbait? And it's even possible for areas in Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana up here. As if this storm can track that same way and dump the snow on you guys, it's going to be an intense series of winter weather Unfortunately, for much of Tennessee, Eastern Kentucky, and West Virginia, and areas over here on the coast, this is going to be a warm storm for us. It's going to be an ice storm and a half for Virginia, the panhandles of West Virginia and Maryland, and much of Pennsylvania, the coastal regions over here. I know you guys, you want your snow, and you guys are the most excited about snow whenever it comes, but this is not going to be the storm for you. This is going to be another incredible storm for areas north and west of the Ohio River, Indianapolis, once again, Xenia, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago. This is going to be possibly a big storm for you guys as that moves on up to the north and east. And of course, I'm going to get you. I'm going to show you the the total snow for that. Look at this. Absolutely insane. Snow totals over the next 129 hours. This isn't, this ain't the next 2 weeks. This ain't like 360 hours out. This is the next 129 hours. Over 2 feet of snow is possible in some parts of Ohio, some parts of Indiana, some parts of Michigan. Two back-to-back blockbuster storms. I don't know what else could get you excited about weather, man. Grand Rapids. I saw somebody say Grand Rapids. Let me zoom in on Michigan here. This is saying over the next 2 storms, Grand Rapids could see 7 to 13 inches of snow. Somewhere in there. 7 to 13 inches. Absolutely insane what's going on with the weather pattern, guys. But yeah, that's the next 2 storms. Our total snow accumulation for the next 2 storms. We're talking about over a foot of snow for everybody inside of... For everybody inside of this circle. My circles are just not happening right now, guys. My mouse there's something wrong with my mouse. With embedded areas of over 2 feet. So this is crazy. This is a map and a half for weather weenies, that's for sure. That is faux show. Okay. I'm going to read some chat now, some super chats, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Once again, if you send a super chat or if you become a member, all of that money, all of the proceeds from that are going to go into storm chasing. So this spring, we're getting a custom truck built, and we're going to buy some cameras, and we're going to put together some equipment, and we're going to go out to Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and we're going to try to create the most exciting and interesting storm chasing footage that you have ever seen, hopefully. And in order to do that, we need funds. It's completely self-funded. I don't have AccuWeather sponsoring me. I don't have the Weather Channel, buying me an armored vehicle to go take out here. It's all me, and it's all you guys. So Kendall Bailey super chatted $1.99. Thank you so much. That's going to go towards something on a tornado probe. Nick Ferdinand has super chatted $50. Ryan, you deserve it. Just take a picture with me if I ever run into you storm chasing. Nick, thank you so much. Nick, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. That's like $100 and something, $150 or something so far this stream. That's a night in a hotel, in a nice hotel. That's a Hilton. That's a Hilton night, son. In a king suite. No, that'll be spread out for food and stuff. I really do appreciate that, Nick. Everybody say thank you to Nick in the comments. He's definitely the top supporter of the channel. We love Nick Ferdinand around here. He is he's my weather channel. He's my AccuWeather, okay? And then we got Jarek Burke. Once again, he super chatted that $1.99. Thank you so much for that, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, I want to quickly point out that what was I going to say? Oh yeah, everybody that's watching this right now, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. We let's see, what are we at right now? We're at 21,978 subscribers. We can do it. We can pass 22,000 right now. Anybody who's not subscribed to the channel needs to subscribe right now, and we will surpass 22,000, and that will be over 1,000 new subscribers in less than 24 hours. Wow, the channel is growing so fast, guys. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, 21,978. All we need is what, 32 or 22 or something like that? Awesome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So we can pass that 22,000 mark. I just started this a little over a month ago, guys. Absolutely incredible. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, MS Turn 1975 for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. David Fortney just became a moderate risker. Thank you so much, man. Welcome to the club. Make sure you join our Discord server. Putting that in the chat right now. Make sure you join our Discord server. Or if one of our mods can put the link up to the Discord server down in the chat. If you're a member of the channel, we have our own little members only VIP section. So make sure you join that and you become a part of our Discord server. Also, if you're not a member, you can still join the Discord server. And it's a poppin' community. We've got like over 300 members now. Bunch of people who just love weather, and we just constantly talk about weather. Cody Gatlin, thank you for becoming a slight risker. Welcome to the club, man. Storm Seekers forever. I need to come up with like a slogan or like a name. Justin Quantrell, thank you for the $5. Battle Creek, Michigan, please. Yeah, let's talk about Battle Creek, Michigan for Justin. Okay, so Battle Creek, Michigan, you're right on that area where it could kind of go either way. But we are going to talk about you. All right. Looks like it's snowing there right now. Am I right? Is it snowing in Battle Creek, Justin? Let me know. But if it is, it's light right now. But we will have to take a look at the weather models to get a better handle on exactly what's going to happen in the future. Now, here, I'm going to show you the snow totals for the next 129 hours. This is for both of the upcoming storms, okay? Both of them. This is not just for the one that's coming tonight and tomorrow. But it looks like Battle Creek could see 15, 16 inches of snow from both of these upcoming storms. Now, if we want to just look at one, we're talking about 10 inches. We're still talking about 8, 9, 10 inches. Zach Campbell, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. So that's what the GFS is saying. The Euro saying 6 to 8 inches. The Canadian, 9 to 12 inches. And then the latest 12-kilometer NAM, which isn't rolled out yet, says that by tomorrow at 4 p.m., you'll have at least 2 inches on the ground. By the way, guys, we are watching the NAM come out frame by frame right now. So make sure you don't leave. Multi-parameter. So this is the brand new NAM. It initialized at 0Z. This is brand new, fresh data. And let's watch it come out and let's pump it up. Oh. David Buckner, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Love you, David Buckner. Bushwick 1735. Welcome to the Storm Seekers Club. He's a brand new Slight Risker. Make sure you use your brand new emotes in the chat if you're a member, okay? Thank you so much. Stephen B 954, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Are we pumped up yet, guys? Oh, look at all those beautiful emotes in the chat. Oh my God. I worked so hard on those emotes, guys. I worked so hard on them. Are we pumped up now? Are we pumped up now? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. All right, here it is, guys. Man, don't you just love weather? Don't you just love looking at the forecast models and then seeing what was predicted come to life? Like, we saw this coming a week ago, guys. This is awesome. Now we're here. We're finally here. It's like the climax. You know what I mean? Justin Travelis, thank you for becoming a Slight Risk member. Welcome to the club. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, here's our heavier band of snow that's now working into southwestern Texas. And that's what's going to collide with this little boundary of warmer air over here. And that's what's going to form our official main storm sector, our main induction of moisture, our main precipitation shield. So we got to keep an eye on that. I'm hoping that it comes in a little bit further south. The further south that this comes in and forms, the further south everybody else is going to see snow. So if you're on the line there in northwest Mississippi, in Nashville, Tennessee, in Lexington, Kentucky, in southeast Ohio, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you want to see this come in further south. You want to see this initialize further south. You want to see that cyclonic rotation bring that colder air a little bit further south. That's what we want to see if you want to see snow. Okay? Snow in Mexico. Yes, there is snow in Mexico. Okay. So we're watching the NAM rollout. Let's refresh it and let's see how many frames we got. It's rolling pretty fast right now. The North American model. This is the prediction of what it's going to look like in the future. This is the 0Z data. So very important suite of data. This is a real input of data. So like the way weather models work is about a quarter, 25% of the formula, right? Like imagine the way weather forecasts, the weather models, the output forecast, the way that is created. Imagine there's a big old mixing bowl of ingredients that you have to put in there before it'll give you a forecast. 25% of that, or maybe a little bit less, is from weather balloons, right? The National Weather Services across the United States and weather services across the world all launch weather balloons at the same time, 0Z, with SONs on there, and they send them up into the atmosphere and they send down soundings for all kinds of information from dew point, temperature, wind direction, all the way up until the balloon pops and the SON falls down to the ground. This is how we get much of our weather data that goes into creating these weather forecasts. So at 0Z, which is a universal time zone for the entire world, all these people and all these weather services launch these weather balloons. We now have that data. We plug that data into the weather model. We put it in our mixing bowl along with satellite data, current conditions, ground conditions, buoy data from the oceans, airplanes that are flying through the sky, gather data and send it back to the weather services. All this comes together, and at 0Z and at 12Z we get real data from weather balloons, and the 6Z and 18Z updates don't have that. It's only 0Z and 12Z. So this is an important update for the weather models. This is a 0Z. Let's put it into motion as far as we can. As we can see here, it looks pretty similar to what we're seeing on radar. It's showing that secondary induction of moisture coming together really good right here. It's showing it as mainly sleet in southeastern Texas for Houston, all the way up into Louisiana and southeastern Arkansas. And then as we keep pushing that forward a little bit, look at that. This is right here. This is where it's really starting to get intense around, what time is this? 10 a.m. tomorrow. We've got a heavy precipitation shield now in eastern Texas and in much of Arkansas, with a lot of sleet going on in Louisiana and all the way up into Tennessee, with some heavy ice falling in southeastern Mississippi, maybe close to Mobile. Not quite getting there though. Okay, so let's keep putting this into motion. The heavy snow, it is now at 4 p.m. moving into the Paducah, Kentucky area, the southeastern Missouri area, and it looks to me like this this trended a little bit further north and west, unfortunately. Let's compare this to the 18Z data, and then to the 12Z, and to the 6Z. It's trended a little bit to the north and west. As you can see, it's starting off as sleet and a little bit of sleet and freezing rain up here in Cincinnati and Louisville. And then that does quickly turn back over to all snow. But this is a little bit further north. I'm not buying that northwestern trend. I'm not. There's too much of this cold air here. This is showing a 1032 high pressure system, a 1032 millibar. And we're dealing with a 1044 at the current hour. I don't know if it's going to decrease that much. I think that this is a really warm air bias, and I think it's underdoing the cold air that we're going to have. So I'd still believe that this is going to be a little bit further south and east than what we're seeing right here. But the latest data suggests that I'm wrong. And I don't have weather balloons all over the world, so it's smarter than me. I'm not saying listen to me. I'm just saying I don't necessarily buy this solution with that precip shield being a little bit further to the north and west. But this is still great news for Paducah, Kentucky. Look at that heavy snow all the way up into Indianapolis. Northwest Ohio is going to get absolutely clobbered with snow. And same thing for southeastern Michigan. And we're dealing with a really prolific, terrible ice storm for central Tennessee, northwestern Alabama, into eastern Kentucky. This is going to be bad, guys. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to sit here and try not to fearmonger. If you ain't went and got your milk and bread yet, you need to go now. If you're in Moorhead, Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky, if you're in Nashville, Tennessee, all the way down into western Alabama, this is a milk and bread. This is 3 gallons. This is 3 gallons. This is what you need, okay? If the ice storms are not fun. And you also need a cooler to keep your ice in, because power is probably going to go out. Man, especially around Moorhead, Kentucky there. That looks scary nasty right there. Cincinnati and northwestern Ohio is seeing heavy snow at 10 p.m. tomorrow, and that's the last frame we've got. But it does look like Columbus is seeing an all-out sleet storm at 10 p.m. And then Portsmouth, Ohio is all ice. So southeastern Ohio and central Ohio, this run looks like it's a little bit warmer, which means there's a less of a chance of that switch over to snow to happen earlier. Also, this is not good for Pittsburgh as far as snow goes there. Let's compare this to the last run. Yeah, this is a northern trend. This is a northern and western trend, unfortunately. Just stick your milk outside. I didn't even think of that. If you buy your milk and your refrigerator don't work, you just stick it outside. Just stick it right down there in the ice. Unless, I don't know, it might freeze the milk. That wouldn't be no good, would it? One second, guys. It's time for me to get another drink. I'm back. I'm back. We're watching the NAM roll out live. Refresh. Let's see if we got any new data. That's about as far as it went last time, right? Snow totals are out. So yeah, this is a great run for Central Indiana, Northwest Indiana, South Bend, Indiana, Indianapolis, Detroit, Illinois, like this area right here. Like, it's Snowtown, baby. This sucks though. This really doesn't look good for Louisville. It doesn't look good for Cincinnati. It doesn't look good for Dayton. It doesn't look good for Columbus. I don't know why. I don't know why that's trending so far north and east, north and west. Like, it's usual. It's usual that we see a northwest trend with newer model data. It's unusual that we see it in this scenario, though. Oh, we did it. We did it. We hit 22,000 subscribers. I know you guys could do it. I know you guys could do it. Hey, the chat's back. Chat's back. What the heck? Most snow I've ever seen, if this is right. Where you at? You have to be in Indiana. Inbred Outcast, he says, check the Euro. He says, check the Euro. All right, let's check the Euro. Okay, so we're watching the NAM roll out live together. Sorry if this is a little boring, but it only comes out, like, it literally comes out one frame at a time. But yeah, this does not look great for Cincinnati. We look at just the previous run. That's a trend. Wow. Once again, I'm not buying it. I'm not 100% buying it. Yeah, the 18. This is the okay. So this is the new 18Z Euro, and the Euro is still east. How in the world is there this much disagreement? We are so close to this storm. Like, it's happening right now. The storm is already formed, and we have this much. We have this much uncertainty. You're kidding me? Well, there you go, Ohio. Root for the Euro. because this is new data too. This is new data. The 18Z Euro. We'll have to see what the 0Z suite brings, because the 0Z NAM shift northwest. If the rest of these shift northwest, then it's kind of like locking in. The Canadian's still old data, but like, I mean, it's still east. GFS, when does the 0Z GFS roll out? Do we know? I'm leaving this up though, because that looks nice. All right, guys. So here's what I want you to do. We got to get back to sharing. We got to get back to sharing this on Facebook, on Twitter, on anywhere you can share it, because I'm going to go through everything one more time. One more time. We've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little, I'm going to go downstairs and hug my little boy, you know, little Echo. I've got a newborn baby. I'm missing him. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on this storm all night. And I may live stream again tomorrow, but I'm going to go through everything one more time. I'm going to be on here for probably 45 more minutes. Okay, so let's get everybody back in here. Let's share this on Facebook. Let's share this on Twitter. Let's just get it out there. And then let's get back into the forecast. All right? Because that's what we're here to do, son. Glenda Marie says we should pump it up. Are y'all hyped up? Are you guys sharing this on Facebook? Because I know your grandma's watching the Weather Channel on TV. Look at what she's missing out on right here, son. Send her the link. Your uncle's watching the Weather Channel. Send him the link. Send him the link. Okay, so here's what we're doing, guys. If you're just now joining in, we're tracking a massive winter storm moving through the United States from Texas all the way up to Maine. All right, I have to show you something. I have to show you something you'll never see again probably for a really long time. Look at this. I want you to look at this. This is the current watches and warnings across the United States. The whole state of Arkansas, the whole state of Ohio is under a winter storm warning. Almost the entire state of Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana. I mean, almost all these states are completely under winter storm warnings. I haven't seen anything like this since the blizzard of 2011, the Groundhog's Day blizzard of 2011. And it likely won't happen again until 2022 or something like that. No, 2032. Wow. Time's going by fast, guys. All right. So let's take a look at the radar. LC. Okay. I saw one of the super chats come through. It's LC chucked in $10 towards the tornado probe. And she says, "Grandma here, love your channel." Thank you so much, LC. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, let's look at the radar. Here's our big plume of moisture. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit for you guys so you can hear me a little bit better. Our big plume of moisture that's working out of Mexico. That's right, it's snowing. It's snowing harder than heck in Mexico. All right, what are we even talking about right now? It's snowing in Mexico. And that moisture is really getting ready to slam in to the southeastern Texas region, Houston, Austin. You guys are really just now getting ready to start seeing your biggest area of snowfall form. All right, so the real precipitation shield here, the number one, the second punch, the biggest punch of this storm is just now starting to form as this area of moisture continues to get bigger, and this big old area is getting ready to slam into our boundary, and it's just going to explode. Dallas, you just got done seeing some really heavy bands of snow. There's a little bit of a break right now, but there's more coming. Don't worry. And then all the way up into Oklahoma City. It's still snowing heavily in Oklahoma City right now. Tulsa, Oklahoma. This right here is all going to form a secondary lighter band of precipitation that goes all the way up to Chicago. Look, guys, I keep telling you, it keeps filling in. It keeps getting bigger. St. Louis is dealing with snow. They're not going to be out of snow for a long time. And then this is going to keep on filling in through Illinois all the way up into Fort Wayne. It's starting to snow. Look, it's getting more intense as we go on. And then, 2 or 3 hours from now, this will probably be a much more solid shield of precipitation all the way through Oklahoma City to Chicago. All right. And then we do have embedded areas of heavier snow falling down here in Tennessee. Look at this. Nashville is getting ready to get a big, giant area of heavy snow and freezing rain and sleet move in. If we have anybody in Nashville right now, please follow me on Twitter at Ryan Hall, y'all, and send me a picture or a video of what's going on. That way we can track it live together. Check it out. We got live storm spotters on the ground right now for the Ryan Hall, y'all channel, sending in all kinds of reports. Okay, we've got Ryan sending us a picture from Pittsburgh, some snow on the ground there. Here's an update from Athens, Texas. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's some nice wind-blown snow. Looks like it's coming down pretty hard there. Chris Jenkins, thank you for that video. Tyler, Texas, it's coming down pretty good there. Looks like a nice little skiff of snow on the ground. You got more to come there, okay? And then let's see here. More from Hazel Green, Alabama. Don't let this flop. A tree fell. What? Oh, so this is ice accumulation in Alabama right now. So it is really starting to pile up there. Thank you for that, SPC Huntsville. Charlie sent us a video of some snow falling. Make sure when you guys send me videos that you also include the location from where it came from. Here's a video from the east end of Arkansas. Okay, so even on the east, unless is that a town named East End, or are you talking about the east end of Arkansas? Because if that's on the east end of Arkansas, okay, it probably is. All right, you're probably near Jonesboro there. Some pretty good snow showers are coming through there. Athens, Texas again. And then, yeah, we've got some sleet in Sugar Land, Texas, southwest of Houston. So already down south and west of Houston, we're dealing with sleet and a little bit of snow all the way down there. Absolutely insane what's going on. Remember, if you want to follow me on Twitter at Ryan Hall, y'all, and you want to send me a snow report or a storm report whenever it starts for you, make sure you do that at Ryan Hall, y'all, on Twitter. All right. Let's go back to the radar here. And here we are, Nashville. You're getting ready to get it. Make sure if you're in Nashville, make sure you are sending me reports because I really want to see what this looks like as it comes through. And we've got heavy snow and sleet and freezing rain all the way through Jackson, Tennessee, Savannah, Tennessee, Lawrenceburg. And this is going to continue through much of the night, okay? It's going to just keep coming down, and this little band down here is going to keep back building as we go way later on into the night. Alex, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you so much. Thank you for that. That's going to get me, what is that going to get me? Applebee's. When I go storm chasing one day this spring, Alex has bought me Applebee's dinner for maybe like a little sirloin steak and some nice green beans or something. I appreciate that, Alex. And then let's see what else we got going on here. Nothing really is going on in Ohio yet, or in eastern Kentucky, or even up here near Pittsburgh. This will start to fill in later, though, as we go later on into tonight into tomorrow. Our main area of concern right now is this plume of moisture. We want to watch this closely as this heads east, because it's going to blow up once it meets that boundary, and then our storm is officially formed. Okay? Now let's talk about the future with the weather models. Now I want to watch the Euro play out. Okay, let's play out the 18Z Euro. That's new data that we haven't looked at so far. And I want to watch that roll out. I don't want to look at the NAM just yet. We watched the majority of that rollout, but we can talk about the entire progression of the storm on the Euro, because it has went out that far. So here's the latest Euro. Now watch what I'm saying. This right here, this area of increased precipitation, once that moves in and meets our boundary, that's what forms our storm. Watch it. There it goes, and there it is. Watch. Now we're at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we're dealing with incredibly heavy freezing rain in Louisiana and Mississippi. This is going to be a dangerous situation. If you guys are down there and you're not prepared, prepare now. It's almost too late. Prepare for power outages. I don't know what that means for you. I don't know like what you need to do to get ready for a power outage, but make sure that you are ready. All right. Same thing for get ready for being stuck at home for a little while, because travel is not advised, either because a bunch of trees are down and you can't travel on the roads, or because just the ice make it too treacherous. So get ready for that. Now we're talking about really heavy snow in eastern Texas and much of Arkansas. And that heavy snow really moves into western Tennessee and western Kentucky by 4 p.m. tomorrow. All right, 4 p.m. We're talking about heavy snow, and then heavy ice and sleet through central Tennessee up through Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky, I'm really worried about our area for the accumulation of significant amounts of ice. And that precipitation shield is back all the way into close to Kansas City, Missouri, all the way up into Chicago. All this area right here is in Snowtown, baby. Looks like much of central and northwestern Ohio is getting a lot of snow. Cincinnati, Louisville, Indianapolis, South Bend, Indiana, Columbus, Cleveland, just north of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, you are not in Snowtown. I'm convinced at this point that Pittsburgh is not Snowtown for this storm. There's just going to be too much warm air. That low pressure system is going to be tracking right over the city, bringing in a warm nose, that warm air aloft that's causing the freezing rain just to your west is actually reaching the ground underneath the low pressure system. You are dealing with Raintown, unfortunately, in Pittsburgh. But as that keeps moving off to the north and to the east, upstate New York's going to get a lot of snow. The Green Mountains, the White Mountains in Vermont and New Hampshire going to get some snow, and then Maine's going to get some snow. But look at this. This is an ice storm for Pennsylvania all the way through upstate New York into Massachusetts and Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. The more significant areas of ice are going to be down here, I do believe, because watch the ice as I push this forward. The ice comes through in Pennsylvania and New York, but what follows it? Rain, right? So like if it rains after the ice has accumulated, a lot of that will melt. So I'm not too awfully worried about that right now. Now, something really interesting to watch here is as that one goes through, look at here. What happens over here on Wednesday? Directly afterwards, we've got another huge snowstorm forming in Oklahoma and Texas. And it looks like that's going to affect a lot of the same areas as we go forward. So it's not over, guys. After this happens, it is not over. Alex with another $10 super sticker. $10. I'm trying to think. That's Five Guys. That's a nice burger and fries from Five Guys. Maybe a milkshake. Thank you so much, Alex, for the support. I'm going to be using that on my storm chasing adventures. I could not do it without you guys. I would starve to death if it wasn't for you guys. So I appreciate you, Alex. I really, really appreciate it. Let's look at snowfall totals. winter, and we're going to be looking at the Kuchera ratio. And if you guys have heard me talk a lot during this live stream about the Kuchera ratio, or if you've heard me talk about it in my videos, what this means is usually whenever we're looking at snowstorms and we're trying to see how much snow is going to fall, we look at the 10-to-1 ratio. That means that in any given situation, the model is saying that, okay, as the storm comes over, a liquid equivalent of 1 inch of rain falls in an area, we're going to convert that to 10 inches of snow. 10-to-1. 1 inch of liquid, 10 inches of snow. Now, that is a very common measurement to use. That is a very common way to predict snowfall totals when temperatures are between 29 and 34 degrees. And usually whenever it snows, that's how cold it is. It's, right around that freezing mark, because a lot of times the heavier snows especially fall right on that boundary between snow and, between warmth and coolness. However, this storm is so dynamic that the Arctic air is so shallow on the surface that it's extremely colder, even on that boundary. Where it's freezing raining, it's 28, 29 degrees. So if you're in the snow, we're talking about 25, possibly 20 degrees, 15 degrees in some areas. So we're not talking about 10-to-1 snow ratios. We're talking about 15-to-1. We're talking about 20-to-1. We're talking about maybe even 25-to-1 snow ratios in some of these places. So the snow is absolutely going to pile up way more than 10-to-1. And that's why we use the Kuchera ratio, which takes in all that information into account. And it's a little bit more accurate looking at the Kuchera ratios. So this is what we're dealing with. Let's zoom in state by state. All right, Texas, let's do Texas first. Now, this is on top of what you already have in Texas. If you already have 3 inches on the ground, and this is saying you're going to get 3 inches, you're going to get 3 inches more. All right. Same thing here up in Oklahoma. Okay. So it's still possible 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow through Oklahoma City up through Tulsa. But the really interesting part is this little tongue of precip to the north and west of Houston with 7, 8, 9 inches of snow all the way through eastern and central Tennessee here. So that's absolutely incredible. Let's look now. We'll have to skip a couple states because we can see ones, we can see certain ones from different views. Let's look at Arkansas. Yeah, you can see most of Louisiana through Arkansas. So Arkansas here, if you get into northeastern Arkansas, we're talking about 9, 10 inches of snow. In the Memphis area, we're talking about 8 or 9 inches. And that's a lot of snow for you guys. In northwest Mississippi, we're talking about 7 or 8 inches of snow, and that tapers off pretty quickly as you move south into towards Jackson, Mississippi. The snow completely stops down here near Macon, Mississippi, and we're talking about ice in that area. But a really sharp cutoff from 8 inches of snow in northwest Mississippi to central Mississippi, just getting a trace of snow at the best. Now Nashville, you're right in that area where you can see 3, 4 inches of snow. It just depends on how far east or west this tracks. Now the Euro is not as warm air biased as the NAM, so what we're looking at here is a little bit closer to what I think is actually going to happen. So if you're in Nashville, this looks like a pretty accurate depiction of what could happen here. Paducah, Kentucky, we're talking about 10 inches of snow. Evansville, Indiana, 10 inches of snow. Southeastern Missouri, 10, 11, 12 inches of snow. Southern Illinois, 10, 11, 12 inches of snow. Let's look at Kentucky and Tennessee. Here we are, Cincinnati. Cincinnati is showing 13.7 inches of snow here on the Euro. Now, the NAM that just rolled out is saying 2 inches. So that's how uncertain we are about this line. You see where there's really heavy snow and then there's nothing. The area in between there, that cutoff boundary, that cutoff line is incredibly tough to predict in a storm like this. And a shift 50 miles to the north or 50 mile shift to the south could change everything for your location if you're close to it. So Cincinnati, you're in that 13-inch range right here. The new NAM has you getting 2 inches. Me personally, I would still forecast 6 to 10 inches for you. I think 6 inches on the low end is still very possible for Cincinnati, even if this does track to the northwest, because these models, especially the NAM, are underdoing the cold air available. I do believe that, okay? And here we are in Indianapolis getting a foot. Now, I think that's about right. I think that Indianapolis, out of all the cities that we're talking about today, Indianapolis has the best chance of definitely getting a foot or more of snow, because if it shifts south, you're still in that bullseye. If it shifts north, you're still in that bullseye. You're right in the middle there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then let's go on up to Ohio. Hello, Ohio. Ohio, I know I got a lot of Ohioans in here. I'm talking about Ohio now, if you want to pay close attention, all right? All right, so Cincinnati, once again, this is showing about 13 inches, 14 inches. Up here in central Ohio, Columbus area, this is, you know, it can kind of get tricky because you're close to that convergence line. You're close to that boundary between extremely heavy snow and nothing. Like it could go either way here. My personal opinion is that the NAM is overdoing the warm air and the Euro is a little bit more correct. You are in, 10, 11, 12 inches here. My forecast for you would also be 6 to 10 inches. That would be my personal, conservative, professional forecast for for the Columbus area. Ryan Crowell, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Love you, Ryan from Cincy. Went to Bible college in your neck of the woods in Pineville, Kentucky. Great job. Hey, thank you so much, Ryan. And that's awesome that you were down here. Not a lot of people make it down in my neck of the woods, man. It's rare to meet somebody else that's been down here. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I do appreciate that so much. The $50 is going to go a long way as we go storm chasing this spring. Everybody in the chat, say thank you to Ryan. Big time supporter right there. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Now, Cleveland, Ohio. Once again, Cleveland, along with Indianapolis, I think that you have a good chance of definitely seeing over a foot. You're right in that right spot to where even if the storm shifts a little bit, you're going to see a lot of snow. Sorry. Detroit, Michigan. We're talking about 11, 12 inches. Same thing. I think that you're good to get 6 to 10 inches of snow. So yeah, I think that the Euro looks really good here in central Ohio, especially if you're just to the north and west of Columbus. This is bullseye. This is Snowtown, baby, for you. And then let's look at Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Man, it's not looking good for Pittsburgh. My official forecast for Pittsburgh is 1 to 3 inches of snow with possibly up to a 1/4 inch of ice. Not looking good for Pittsburgh. Let's go back to Ohio. Dayton, Ohio, I think that you're in a good spot to see 6 to 10 inches of snow. You're right. You're really close to being in that area where I would feel confident saying that you're definitely going to get a foot of snow. But you're too close to the boundary. So 6 to 10 inches is my best guess for Dayton, Ohio. Very similar to Cincinnati in that sense. And let's look here at let's just look at the Northeast as a whole. There we go. Upstate New York, Albany. Like so many of these big cities are on the boundary. That sucks. Albany, who knows? Once again, I do think that the Euro has a better handle on temperatures up here. Like I was explaining earlier, the Arctic air mass that's affecting the Midwest and the part of the storm that's going to be affecting Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, that part, the NAM is not handling that very well, and the Euro probably isn't either. But this section of the storm is being handled by all the models exceptionally well, I'm sure. So I do think that this is pretty spot on. Albany, 5 or 6 inches of snow is possible. Now this does turn into an ice storm for a lot of you guys out here. Central Pennsylvania, from Williamsport to State College all the way up to Scranton. Get ready for possibly up to 3/4 of an inch of ice to fall over a short period of time. But that rain, it's going to warm up for a period of time as well after the ice falls. So it may not be as significant as further south. Like here in eastern Kentucky, all the way up through southeastern Ohio here, this could be a very prolific ice storm, a crippling ice storm. Prepare now. Same thing for Louisiana, Mississippi down here. This is not good. This does not look pretty, guys. You don't want to see this kind of ice. No ice, please. But remember, guys, this is just one run of the models. All right, this is just one run of the Euro. If we take a look at the GFS, the placement's similar, but the amounts differ. If we look at the Canadian, same thing. The placement is similar, but the amounts are different. The only thing we're looking for here are trends and the general area where ice can be expected. Don't take these exact numbers to heart. Please don't do that. That's not what this channel is about. We don't make forecasts based off one model run. Okay? Is it snowing now in Houston? Let's go back to Twitter. It's snowing now in Centerville, Tennessee, southwest of Nashville. Okay, so we were looking at on radar. Southwest of Nashville. Yeah, buddy. And here in Centerville. Yeah, right there you are. Say hi. Go outside, look up at the sky, and say hi to us. Snow is moving in there. So it does look like WSV3 is doing good with its placement of the warm air boundary. So it is snow there in Centerville. So it should be snow in Nashville whenever it finally gets there. Thank you so much for that report. That's what we need the reports for, is to see stuff like that. New Braunfels roads are nothing but ice. Conroe, Texas, nice little skiff of snow. This was after my car was defrosting for 45 minutes, and this next storm is supposed to be the worst. I'm in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Yeah. Mount Sterling, Kentucky. You're gonna get some snow. You're gonna get some ice. I'm sorry. You're gonna get some ice for sure. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Ryan Hall, y'all, you can send me videos or pictures, and I will show them live, right here on the show. Okay. Could you please check Chicago? Yes, I will check Chicago. And Alex, thanks so much for another super sticker, man. You're awesome. You're killing it today. New member, bunch of super stickers. Chicago is currently snowing a little bit, but we do have something really interesting going on in Chicago. Show you this. You zoom into Illinois and watch this as we take a look at the new NAM data. Look at the 3 kilometer NAM. We'll look at the composite reflectivity type. And we've got a really interesting setup happening here, possibly for Chicago, as this storm moves through. We've got a low pressure system moving off, an upper level low, turning the winds to the west, and then eventually to the south, and then eventually to the east. However, we have some sort of surface anomaly going on here that is causing a pretty significant band of lake effect snow to just kind of stay stationary over Chicago during the peak of this storm. So it's like a double whammy. It's a double whammy in Chicago, starting at 12 p.m. tomorrow. 12 p.m. Check this out. Snow's coming off the lake. And then here comes our precipitation shield. And once again, you think that low pressure system would change those winds. But no, we get amplification of snow in Chicago. And then it continues to snow after the storm goes by. Then here comes that second storm. But yeah, that looks like a very interesting situation there in Chicago. And anywhere in this area right here. You guys definitely are another group of people who have a very good chance of seeing over a foot of snow, especially if you get under that right band of snow. Okay. One last time. Let's pump it up. Guys, it's been a great stream, but I gotta go to bed. Who thinks I should stream again tomorrow? Who thinks I should stream again tomorrow? Who thinks I should stream again tomorrow? Let me know. Yeah, buddy. All right, you guys do think I should stream tomorrow. Well, here's what you got to do. If you think I should stream tomorrow, you got to subscribe to this channel right now. You got to like this video. You got to like it. Slap the like button. Or I ain't doing it. Or I ain't doing it, son. All right. Alex, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. You have been amazing. Amazing. Also, super big thank you to Nick Ferdinand for the just incredible support. Ryan Crawl, thank you, and everybody else who sent a super chat, became a member, or anything like that. We are now at 22,108 members. I'm sorry, subscribers, guys. 22,108. This has been an amazing night. It's been an amazing live stream. This is the beginning of something awesome, guys. This is just the beginning. Severe weather season is still to come. Hurricane season. All that good stuff. It is going to be fantastic. Now, here's something that I'm going to do at the end of every live stream and at the end of every single video. I shout out our high-risk members, our top-tier members. And the list is getting longer. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, guys? Let me just pull this up. High-riskers. If you are any tiered member of the channel, I thank you so much. But as a double extra special shout out goes to our high risker members. And here we go. Justin Quantrell, Stephanie Newman, Charles Gelsomino, Roy Herman Kellerman, Matt Benner, Alex. I can't say the last part of your name, Alex, but the guy who just sent a super chat. He just did it just now. He is a high-risk member, and shout out to him. Paul Kersey, Becky Crawford, Stephen Hayden, James Brucker, David Buckner, Carolina Crump, John Fox, Fallerwick, Marcus Wagner, Nick Ferdinand, Have Life, Michael Gardner, Keith Denmont, Wood Tyler, Ariland, Stephen Poling, John G, Dizzy D, Helena Ridgway, Charlie Lackey, Marty Steins, Lisa Swisher, David G, Lee Sammons, Big Ron Johnson, Stephanie Thacker, and Jamie. Thank you guys so much for the incredible support. Thank you for being members of the channel. Thank you especially for being high-risk members. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. Once again, if you did, like the video and all that good stuff. Natalie Alexo, thank you for the super chat. Boy, oh boy. This was a good stream, guys. I hope that you guys all stick around. And I hope that you join us tomorrow for our live stream if we decide to go live. I'm not 100% sure about that yet, but I will let you know. You will get a notification if you're subscribed, so make sure you are subscribed. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Glenda. Also, a big, huge shout out to our wonderful moderators, Jamie, Glenda, Dizzy D, Have Life. And I know I'm leaving out some people, but they are awesome. I love you guys. Have a good night's sleep, and I hope you all wake up tomorrow in Snowtown, baby, just buried in snow. Buried in snow. All right, buried in snow. That's what we want. Unless you don't. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you so much. Goodbye.